roll, ain't nobody checking me. Crossover through the legs, step back, hit it 3. Still up in the hood, but got big baller tendencies. She just trying to get flued out to John Kennedy, just to see the Knicks play, make a couple memories. New York, if you ain't from here, don't pretend to be. And if you ain't rocking with the Knicks, you an enemy. Yeah, look at us, whole city is wild. This is New York, why y'all ever counted us out? Any game we attend, yeah, we taking it now. Fast break on the court, all up and down. Lead a garden in the pigsty, yeah, we get it on this side. Bacon, egg, and cheese or the lobster mac with the ribeye. Either way, we winning the overtime if we get tired. Get it with the team, yeah, that's just something we live by. Hey, yo, first quarter in, we gon' turn it up. Gotta warm up first, then we taking it dub. By the third quarter in, no, they ain't catching up. Gotta stay in the lead before that shot clock buzz. If the Knicks get a win, we gon' do it again. Make the finals once before, we gon' do it again. Bounce back in the fourth, we gon' do it again. It's been a while since the chip, but we gon' do it again, yeah. Yo, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up. Yo, put your hands up. If you from New York, put your hands up. Yo, look, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up. Look, put your hands up. Hey yo, New York City, put your hands up. Sky, baby.
What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Church Folk Sports Show for what's today? The 7th of January, 2025. Happy New Year to all of you that are out there. Welcome back to the Church Folk Sports Show. We missed y'all. Been off for a couple of weeks. We did pop in with a little post-game one the other week, but we're glad to be in our regular time slot. Well, semi-regular time slot. We're a little later than we normally would be today, but we appreciate you for jumping in with us. So do us a favor. I need you to like, share, tag, comment. Let's get all of our regulars in here as we get ready to go. I'm trying to get a hold of Bishop J. Mack. He said he was having some trouble getting on, but I'm hoping that he's able to get on and join us very quickly. Got a lot to unpack. A lot's been going on as we crossed over into this new year. A lot of different things to talk about in the world of sports as we prepare for the dog days of the NBA season. The Major League Baseball hot stove continues to heat up. Also, you've got the NFL playoffs, which begin this weekend. Just a lot happening. And then, of course, there was the big move by the WWE to Netflix. So there's just a lot to unpack, and we got a whole lot to talk about tonight. So let's get right to it. Firstly, let's get right to it. Joining us tonight, of course, as always, Bishop L is in the building. Bishop L, what's going on, bro?
I'm here.
He's here. Keisha Carter's in the building.
That intro is very long. I think we need to shorten our intro. That intro is kind of long.
Well, it works for in the podcasting space and in the live space because it gives people a chance to tune in and to join us without having to do a more traditional countdown. It's calculated. And I like Kaya's music. Shout out to Kaya Baby again for
she did a thing. Let me chill. Let me chill because we got individuals around here who say I'm emotional.
It's starting already. Quickly into the scoreboard. Hornets lead the Suns by 5 as they play in the third quarter.
Which is true.
The Houston Rockets lead the Wizards by 6. Lakers trail the Mavericks by 3 in the second quarter. T-Wolves lead the Pelicans by 2. Nuggets and Celtics are getting ready to start shortly. Hawks and Jazz a little later, as well as the free-falling Miami Heat. But we'll get into that a little bit as well. Keisha, what's going on? I see you repping Juju in your T-shirt.
Just an awesome game. I had to wear this shirt because
That's
it didn't wait.
That's a Bronny shirt. That's a
Bronny. Not a Bronny shirt.
Oh, I represent for him too.
She bought that when Bronny was at the school.
I represent for him too.
It had nothing to do with Juju.
He don't go to USC no more. You can't represent for Bronny no more. He don't go to USC no more. But we are excited. We are grateful for each and every one. There he is. Bishop J. Mack is in the building. Well, almost in the building.
Bronny's opening a sneaker store. Bronny's opening a sneaker store in Cleveland.
See, y'all, he's acting up. As J Mac is getting his camera together, but we're here, you're there. we're here, you're there. We're excited to get into this conversation on tonight. Y'all give me a second. I'm going to let y'all talk amongst yourselves for 2 seconds while I take care of something with my kids real quick.
Anybody
and then we're going to
her?
get right back into this.
Why you don't want to talk to me?
Shut up, Key. Just tell us about
miss me. You miss me. You miss me.
Whatever.
That's what it was.
Tell us about the Juju game. Tell us about the Juju game. Tell the people about the Juju game. You drove all the way to Rutgers because you're a fanatic. Go ahead.
I did. I drove all the way to Jersey to see Juju, and she killed it. She had 23 points, but there was a girl that was playing on Rutgers, their point guard. I forgot her name is Kayalomi or something like that. I don't want to misquote. But anyway, she didn't get a chance to play, and that is what I really wanted to see because she's a beast too. She's a baller. But there's some situation that's going on with Rutgers right now. I don't know if you guys read about it. There's some situation going on between her and the head coach, so she wasn't able to play. But they killed the Rutgers. It was embarrassing. I didn't even stay for the fourth quarter. I ended up leaving. I was like, this is embarrassing.
So those of you who don't know, Key's birthday is coming up. She's going to be 50.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. You want to be angry so bad. Tell the truth.
She's not going to be 50. She's going to be 55.
Ain't nothing happened to you in 2024. This is how you act in 2025. Anyways, y'all, I'll be 40.
This is not 40, millennial. So this is absolutely, that's what you are. So this is not sports related. Key pissed me off during the break. And so I'm really not talking to her. This is why I have not answered her calls. I have not responded to her because she ignorant.
The feelings are mutual.
She ignorant. She calls
feelings are mutual.
She is one of the most emotional fans.
I'm a female
in the world.
Hi, Bishop.
Oh no. She has absolutely. I don't understand none of this stuff. If we were able to share our text thread with you guys, you would all be thinking that Key was out of her mind. There is something wrong with her.
Nothing's wrong.
She runs from the facts.
No.
And when the facts happen, then she tries to justify it. So I don't know what
we don't run from the facts.
I'm talking.
I do not run from the facts.
This is what you do.
Here we go.
What you do.
I don't run from the facts.
I'm talking.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, J-Mac.
Do y'all see what she does?
He doesn't want me to say what I want to say. He wants me to back down.
You will have the opportunity to say what you want to say.
The opportunity is over. You had nothing to say.
That's the problem that you have.
There's nothing else to say.
Can't we all just get along?
We're gonna get along. We're gonna get along. Mute her. Take off.
You could have said this when I called you.
We're gonna thrive in 2025.
You should have said this when I called you.
No, I said when I feel like it. You don't get to control when I say,
I don't have to control you. I went to the source.
No,
that's what you do. I don't need to go to social media and have a conversation.
You're trying to.
What you want, backup? What you want is backup?
Wait a minute. All of our viewers.
You can't talk to me one-on-one? You can't talk to me one-on-one?
Y'all chiming in the comments on this conversation. Me and J-Mac is going to sit back and watch them go at it for a little while. We're going to get into the show in just a moment.
And I knew D-Lo, he was going to do this. I knew he couldn't fight it. He couldn't fight it.
I was waiting. I was waiting. You're absolutely right. I was waiting.
I know it. I know my brother.
I was not answering.
I know my brother. Okay.
She tried to censor us. Keisha Carter tried to censor our show.
I don't think she was trying to censor
everybody. Us. Yeah, get the popcorn because he's about to talk for hours.
And then
y'all get the popcorn. I'm going to have a Big Mac.
Then she called me emotional. When the truth of the matter is, she was really speaking in general to all of us Knicks fans, but she wanted to point it directly at me. It's okay. I said what I want to say. Now go ahead. Say what you want to say. Say whatever you want to say.
I love you. I love you. I love my brother. This is for those of you
right, Bishop
really
Heflin.
Know the truth,
right, Bishop Heflin. We need some popcorn.
With nobody else but that one. That's the one I argue with every day. We need another girl. We need another girl.
No,
'Cause I
no,
can't do it.
no, no.
No,
Now,
We need
now
you're
another
enough.
girl.
that's where I'm going to draw the line.
We got to draw the line
You're
somewhere.
enough.
I
And the
give
reason
them
why
too
we
much.
do
They don't
not
want
need
another
We draw the
girl.
line there.
We got enough.
I
with
give
you.
them too much.
No,
We
it's
There's
do
enough
not need
estrogen
another
on this
girl.
show.
And I'm gonna
There's
tell
enough
y'all.
estrogen on this
I'm
show.
gonna tell y'all right now why we don't need another girl. Because all of us are married, and we're not gonna deal with all of that womanistic attitude in our lives. She's enough. I'm done. She's enough. She's enough.
Yeah, y'all enough too.
She has to. She done started cursing in our text thread. She cusses.
Butler, you cuss all
Well,
the
I ain't
time.
got nothing to say about that. We don't all cussed in that
Exactly.
thread at some
Exactly. I
point.
don't know what he's talking about.
Let's get to the show.
He
We got a
cussed
lot to
last
talk
week
about.
on the
Where we
show.
going first?
How
Where
we
But we
going
got
first,
we got a
Leo?
lot to cover tonight.
That was
I'm
not a
eating
curse.
junk food.
I'm not gonna let y'all hijack. I'm eating junk food that I have no business eating, but I'm
Oh,
hungry.
D-Lo.
Listen, it's one of those nights. This is making me feel better.
Your church, obviously, your church is not fasting for the beginning of the year.
The Lord didn't lead me in that direction.
D-Lo, I'm with you.
Listen, I don't fast just for the sake of fasting. I need to be led.
Let's not
The Bible
not even
speaks
talk.
of that, by the way.
That's right.
Let's not touch on that.
No, there are enough churches and organizations out there that do that. But no, I'm grateful that my brothers here, if they're fasting, they're led of the Lord. And if they're not led of the Lord, they ain't fasting either.
Butler ain't fasting.
Now, Butler fasting. The Lord be leading them on these fasts.
It ain't working.
The 13th. We start on the 13th.
Did you just say what? How you gonna say this, man?
See, because she gets to say whatever she wants to say.
I'll let you talk. I'll let
She
you
gets
say
to
what you say.
spiritually. She gets to spiritually
say what you
offend
say.
people. What she gets to say, whatever she wants to say. It's
Bishop
okay,
Greg, don't you start.
No, I'm not going to say another word. I'm going to hold my peace and let the Lord fight my battle because the devil will be defeated.
All right. So we welcome you tonight to tonight's show.
You ain't
Again,
got no
Happy
power,
New Year
that's
to
why.
everyone that watches us. We missed you. We got a lot to unpack, a lot to talk about. We have entered to the midway point of the NBA season in terms of games. Right now, everybody's around between their 35th and 39th games. So we're right around the midway point, which is January is what I like to call the dog days of the NBA season. We're past the tournament. We're past the Christmas holiday, and now you're in the trenches. And the New York Knicks at one point, just 7 short days ago, hey China, God bless
Happy
you, love
New
you,
Year.
Happy New Year. Just 7 short days ago, the New York Knicks looked like world beaters. They look like a team that was primed to take that next step into the upper echelon of the NBA. And over the course of 3 games in 4 days, that has all come crumbling down. And I got a lot to say, and Keisha's got her popcorn because she's been waiting for me to go there.
Wait,
with
did
this.
you see me come on time?
But right, Keisha came on time tonight
Popcorn in here?
because
Is this popcorn on the
something
grill?
I usually leave this part of the show to my brother who's just below me right there in the
No, but
person of
he's
our
got
bishop,
another rant.
Jason Conrad
both of
McCain.
y'all are going off today.
Yeah.
So
Get in the screen, D-Lo.
but
Go ahead.
I am through
You need to be center.
with Thomas Thibodeau.
Through with him.
I am through. 5 years ago, he came here. He's always been a great defensive coach. Let me give him his flowers first. Fantastic defensive mind, one of the best there is in the NBA as far as putting together defenses. Great coordinator. He was a wonderful assistant for us under Jeff Van Gundy and on Pat Riley's staffs in the past. He helped Doc Rivers win his one and only title in Boston as his defensive coordinator, essentially. But as a head coach, it has not translated. There is a reason why the Chicago Bulls, with Derrick Rose, prime Taj Gibson, prime Luol Deng, prime Joakim Noah, prime guys, a young Jimmy Butler, could not get over the hump. And it has nothing to do with those players. There is a reason why a Minnesota Timberwolves team with a young and up-and-coming Karl Anthony Towns
Number
with
one
a
pick in the
prime
draft.
Jimmy Butler.
He was the number one pick.
Number one pick in that draft.
Over Okafor.
Smart choice. Could not get over the hump. There is a common thread through these three teams, and over the last 5 years, I've gotten the front row seat as a Knicks fan to see it play out. And that is the fact that Tom Thibodeau has trust issues. Maybe that's why he never decided to get a wife and get married, because he's never been married either. Yeah, I'm going there. I don't even care at this point.
Woo.
He's got such trust issues that he can't be. So glad you saved. So he got such trust issues that he can't even get himself a wife. And they extend to his coaching. The Knicks probably have, honestly, pound for pound, they have a top 4 starting 5 in this league. When I think about starting 5s across the NBA, the Knicks have a top 4 starting 5.
They got a bench that can start on any team.
I'm getting there. I'm just starting with the starters. As far as best starting 5s in the league, you got the Knicks, you got the Celtics, you got OKC. OKC starting 5 is they serious. You got Cleveland. Those starting 5s have no holes in them when they're healthy. When they're healthy, those starting 5s have no holes in them. What has separated those teams from the Knicks, especially glaringly this year, is the fact that this guy, and what kills me, because I got to go on a rant, Keisha, a little bit about the media as well, traditional media, who likes to get on TV and say, oh, well, the Knicks have no depth. It's not a freaking depth issue.
They did say that. They did.
Deuce McBride started 14 games last year and played well. Deuce McBride played so well that we got rid of Emmanuel Quickley. We got rid of Quentin Grimes, and we kept Deuce McBride. That's how high on him they were.
Got rid of RJ.
Got rid of RJ Barrett. But I'm just going from the bench guys, because RJ was a starter.
Saying.
Right. Dante DiVincenzo is gone. Deuce McBride is still here. You brought in Landry Shamet. Landry Shamet, who is a career 40% shooter from three-point range. Played with a young Brooklyn Net team that was building. Then it got messed up by KD and Kyrie. Played in Phoenix with a team that people forget was 2 wins from a championship. Landry Shamet was on that team, playing significant minutes.
Made it to the finals. Yes, sir.
Precious Achiuwa, who is still a young and up-and-coming player,
And fine.
started his career in heat culture.
And 5. Listen to me.
We are not going to
I'm not even doing it. I'm not paying her no
That's what
mind.
I'm
She's
saying.
trying to make me
We are
laugh. That's what
listen,
she's doing.
listen,
She's
the
trying to
very
get me off my game and get me out of my rant.
The very moment one of us say, "Oh, that girl is bad," here she go. Oh, shut up.
That's why we just send Keisha to bed when she starts talking crazy.
Every
But
time.
Precious Achiuwa, who started his career playing in heat culture, so he was in the playoffs every year,
Every year.
playing significant minutes, backing up Bam Adebayo.
Doesn't he have a chip?
No, not with Miami, no.
You know, he has one with Toronto.
Was he on that team with Toronto? But had he gotten traded there by that point?
Him and OG, I believe him because
I know OG was there. I don't remember. I don't know if Precious got traded the following year or that same year. And that's just 4. Not to mention Mitchell Robinson is coming back.
And you really don't know what Mitchell's going to be, though. Let's not even.
That's
talk
true. But if we want to, again,
Yeah.
just going on the history of that, he's a starting center in this league. 5 guys who could start anywhere in this league. You're going to tell me the Knicks don't have any depth? That's not the problem. The problem is this coach does not trust anybody beyond his starting 5. And the problem is, and you know what, as much as, injuries happen, it's crazy. You have to understand, and we all know this as athletes, the more run down and tired you are, the more susceptible you are to injury. So no, he may not be causing injuries, But if you're running your players into, and I don't want to hear this narrative. Oh, well, they're not practicing as much. You can't play 40 minutes a night 3 times in 4 days.
Who
Not
the
at
heck
the
would say
NBA level.
that? Who the heck would say that as a boy?
Oh no, this is part of it. I've heard players say this about Tibbs. Like, oh, it's really not that bad. He don't really push you that hard in practice. Guys don't have to. That's not the point.
They can't be ball players.
Tell him why
40
you
minutes a
mad.
night of banging.
Josh Harden said it.
40 minutes a night of running
Josh
up and
Harden
down
said
a
it.
court.
Wait,
Running my
wait.
night.
Josh
That's
Hart
not-
said it?
Yeah, Josh Harden said it.
that?
There's
Josh Hart has said it.
94 feet for 40 minutes. You're running a couple of miles a night.
Whoa.
Josh Hart is the main one that says that Tibbs doesn't really. Nobody knows what's going on in this building but us. He doesn't run us in the ground in practice like they think. But the problem is that can get you injured too. When you don't push hard in practice, but you
Yeah, you
decide to
don't
push
condition.
hard on the court,
Yeah,
that can get
That's
you
the other
injured
part
too.
of it.
not
On
conditioning.
top of the fact that the competition is completely different in practice. As
Right.
Exactly. That's the
Facts.
point.
Like-
Because you're
That's
going
the
hard in
biggest
practice, but
thing.
you're not going as hard as you're going in a game.
You're not going
That's the
game. You're
biggest
not
thing.
in game mode in practice. You're in
Facts.
practice mode.
Facts.
Oh God,
Wow.
And I look at this.
we're in
Josh
trouble.
Harden said it. I'm telling
And,
you.
and,
I
and,
heard
don't,
it.
and you know what? I'm going to touch on
Wow.
that real quick. Because don't get me wrong. I respect the fact that the Knicks, especially that starting 5, is a team of dogs. They're going to play. They're not going to complain. I love that about them because it speaks to their temperament. But sometimes as a coach, you've got to save the player from the player.
Amen.
Be protective.
That's
Protect your
part of your
investment.
job as a coach.
That is part of your job.
You got to save the player from the player.
You got to protect the organization's investments.
Absolutely.
That starting 5 is the organization's investment. As the coach, you have to protect the assets.
Yeah. Especially that. This is the best. I mean, y'all know what they've been saying. Like, y'all defense and the offense, y'all like the best on the East so far. Like, you can't
The
mess
Knicks right
that
now
up.
are top 5 in offensive rating and
See?
defensive rating.
See?
But when
That's
you have
right.
3 games in 4 nights against stronger competition, because while the Bulls are not world beaters, that's a real NBA team over there. You had OKC. Orlando is hit by injury, but listen, the Orlando Magic are still a viable NBA. Listen, with all the injuries, they keep winning. So clearly, that's a good NBA team over there.
Somebody asked the question, who do we want to coach the Knicks?
I was
Bring-
going to say Butler. I wanted
As
you
of
to
right
get
now,
that.
Well,
I
before
want
we
Mike
get
Woodson.
there,
I was
Mike
going to wait
Woodson.
for Butler to answer that.
I was gonna say before we get there, because I want us to. We're gonna get there, but okay, since we're already there, my vote is for Mike Woodson too.
No. I want to hear McCants rant.
Me too. I got to hear that too.
I heard a D low blow. I heard a D low blow. I want to hear McCants rant.
Well, I don't really have the voice to really go into a rant, but
Preacher voice always gets us.
I was about to say, that's the preacher.
That preacher voice gets you in
That's
trouble
the
every
preacher.
time. Every time.
The preacher.
He out here
OKC.
he out here giving everybody his
OKC.
best for the first Sunday of the year.
goes 10 deep.
They do. Yes.
Cleveland goes 10 deep.
the
Orlando
accuracy.
has no choice because of their injuries to go 10 deep.
But those guys are ready.
Chicago, what
10
did they do? They strategically ran the Knicks up and down the floor in the gym because they were coming off of an emotional game in OKC, and they knew that they already knew Tibbs ain't going 10 deep. Tibbs barely wants to go 8. He barely wants to go 8. He really wants to only go 6.
He'll play the starting 40.
Right, and Deuce off the bench. That's what he really wants to do.
David Wright
And
has
then
joined
you
us.
look at the fact. Then you look at the fact on when they played OKC, your bench only scores 5 points.
You know how
There's
much
no way you're gonna tell me
But the bench scored 5 points because the bench played 8 minutes apiece.
And that's where I'm going. They scored 5 points because they only played 8 minutes. You running the team in the ground. And
You know what's
I'm
gonna happen?
glad Pastor Dave is here. I'm glad he's here. Because he know how I feel about this Tibbs. Y'all convinced me. You, Davey, you convinced me 2 years ago. You. Oh, give him a chance, McCants. You can't do this, McCants.
Bishop
Who
Greg,
gonna
yes,
coach the team?
we're going to answer this,
Coach the
Bishop
team,
Greg. We're going
McCants?
to definitely answer this.
That's all you kept telling me. And you finally got me to accept Tibbs and Randall. Because you know how I felt about no-handle Randall when he was here.
Bishop McCants.
Because see, Keisha thinks I'm a homer. And I said, you just don't understand.
She thinks all of us
killed
are
my
homers.
team. I
Just
killed
you.
them. And you hear me killing them now. But I want to, Pastor Dave, I am against Tibbs from here on out. There's nothing you're
That
going to
can
be
do-
able to tell me about this guy. This guy he's not coaching on an NBA level. So Dave done left. You see that?
You know,
he
ran
says
Davey
it.
off.
Yo,
He done
ran
left.
Davey off. Ooh, Bishop, you ran.
Get
I'm
back
here.
here,
I'm here.
Dave.
I had
There
a
you
bad
go.
connection. I had a bad connection.
Okay. All right, bad connection. All right. But
McCann, you can't jump out the window on Tibbs yet.
Yeah, it's been 5 years.
Yes.
are you kidding
It's
me?
been 5 years, Dave.
What
Yes.
games are you
You gonna make
watching,
me lose my
Davey?
voice.
Davey,
See, Butler, now he gonna make me go into a rant. Now he gonna get it.
How-
5 years?
Who's gonna go get Jeff Van Gundy?
Listen, at this point, I'm willing to try anybody.
We got injuries. I know last night was a bad game.
And the
What
night
injuries
before
y'all
that.
got? What
come out. Can I
injuries y'all
talk?
got?
Can I wait. Can I talk? Davey, you want to know why we got injuries?
Because he running them in the ground.
Thank you. You
He
said
run them in the ground, Dave.
he's running them in the ground. And at this, you got guys on the bench who can play. Here's what's going to happen. They're going to mess around and fall in the standings, and they're going to trade Tyler Kolek.
I was just about to say,
Which is gonna
he's
piss
our,
me
he's
off.
our best asset right now.
For somebody
No.
that they think is going to save us.
You
I
got
wouldn't be
TJ Warren
surprised-
in the G League killing it right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if
You saw that
Pat
video I
Riley,
sent you, Dito?
I wouldn't be surprised if Pat Riley rob us of Kolek and send Jimmy Butler here.
Don't want him.
I wouldn't be surprised if it happened because you know Rat Riley is just that wicked. And Dolan is just that stupid.
Whoa.
But Leon Rose ain't. You can't give him all his credit and lose 3 games and lose our mind. Now we just won 9 in a row.
Dave,
But you're about
Davey,
to
you didn't
undo
see
it by
last
losing
year?
3 in a row.
Dave, but that's
we,
what
we won 9 in a row and we lost 2 games that we was up by 15.
Shame on us.
and Cat got
Because we
hurt.
ran out of gas.
And Cat got hurt.
And he left him in the game, Davey.
Yes.
He left him in the game. Cat was looking and going like this, trying to get out, and he left him in the game. You see how you remember he shot those free throws because he left him in the game.
Dave, let me ask you this.
I
Dave, let me ask you this. Cleveland goes 10 deep. They go 10 deep on their bench, 10 deep.
Go in the kitchen.
All right?
said, don't talk to my
Not
girl.
going to
Cleveland goes 10 deep.
Man, not talk to her like
OKC,
that.
when Wiggins got hot, he's like the 8th, 9th dude on their bench. They went 10 deep. Chicago ran him up and down the floor because they knew Tibbs wasn't going to go to the bench, and he didn't.
Just tonight, they're in the third quarter. LA is already 9 deep into their bench. Dallas is 9 deep into their bench. They're playing against each other. These
Okay.
guys are playing
get
their
it.
players.
But when Mitchell Robinson come back, we going 10 deep.
No, he's not.
I'm
You
not.
can't count on
Who
him,
we gonna
David.
take
He
the
just
minutes
came
from?
back from injury. You can't count. You can't count that.
Because
When
we got we got Cameron Payne on the bench. We
when
got we got what's boy Deuce. We got Deuce on the bench.
when Mitchell Robinson comes back,
We got Precious, and we got
that's
Mitchell Robinson. That's
that's who's gonna
9 deep.
lose. That's who's gonna lose the minutes.
Precious,
Precious
Precious.
is the one that's gonna lose the minutes.
we gotta play him. We gotta play him at that 4.
I
They're
agree.
gonna play him at the
The
4.
next
You're
time you
absolutely
go-
right, but
Davey,
Tibbs ain't gonna do it.
He's not going to
Davey,
do it. It's going to be.
next
It's
time
going
you
to be.
go to a game,
They even talk about putting Robinson and Cat out there together. So
Davey-
Achua is not going to see the floor.
you don't see the floor. The next time you go to the game, without telling us, by the way, the next
Phoenix
time
is
you go
11
to the game,
deep tonight.
sneak down to the bench and tell Tibbs.
Charlotte is 10 deep tonight. Like
Tap him on the
everybody
shoulder,
plays
Davey.
their bench but the Knicks.
The
Tap
Knicks
him
don't
on
play
the
their
shoulder,
bench,
Davey.
Dave.
Dave, the Knicks got the highest minutes in the league.
Starting
We got
five, yeah.
3 starters
starting
averaging
5.
40. We got 3 starters. I saw the stats today. Josh Hart, Brunson, and Cat. No, Josh Hart, Bridges. Josh Hart, Bridges, and
The
Brunson.
only reason that Cat's not is because Cat keep getting in foul trouble.
Right. Are
Yeah,
averaging 40 minutes a game.
These are young men. These ain't old men out there. They go out there and play. See, we done got too used to this soft NBA. All these folks taking all these minute restrictions and all this foolishness, and we don't want to let them play. Back in the olden days, they played 48 minutes.
Right.
Games.
Okay,
You're
let me go
right.
there.
Davey.
In the 90s, Riley would go 9 and 10 deep during the regular season. He was shortening it to 8 in the playoffs.
Right. But all season long, he would play 9-10. And Dave,
Davey,
Cat got hurt. I don't want you to lose sight of that. Cat got hurt. Do you
Okay.
understand?
Is he day to day? What is he day to day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Davey, when
He
you
was
Cat
out last
got
night.
hurt,
He didn't
bro.
play. He didn't
When
play
you was-
last night.
when you was
Yeah,
25,
he's day to day. Yep.
when you
Well-
was 25, Davey,
He's going to be a game time decision tomorrow.
when you was 25, David, you couldn't preach no more than twice on a Sunday. You get old. Your body gets tired. It's normal for the body to get tired.
We're human.
But
If you-
Cat, we're
If you
missing
run a certain
25.
amount of miles,
We're
your body
missing
gets
25
tired.
and 12, Dave.
True.
If Cat goes down, that's 25 and 12. I want you to understand it. So all
and
that
he's averaging that.
talking about the olden
No,
days.
that's actually
the
25
olden
and
days,
14
You're right about
this
the
year.
olden days. But we're talking about right now. Cat not out there. You're eliminating
25 and
25 and 12 and a 40 and an over 40% 3-point shooter. That's what you're
And
eliminating.
y'all think we need to get rid of Tibbs?
Yes, I think it's time.
Wait. I don't want to. I don't want
Mid-season.
That's what I said. I said that in the group chat.
No,
I don't
no.
think we
I'm
need
not
to do that
saying
mid-season.
mid-season.
Because if we do that mid-season,
It's over.
derail this league. We're gonna derail this season if we do that mid-season.
No, we can't do
Who
it
you gonna
now.
put out there? You're gonna put Rick Brunson out there. Now Rick Brunson will coach them and he'll go 10 deep. I can guarantee you that right now. Rick Brunson gonna go 10
Mo
deep.
Cheeks will
because
do it.
Rick Brunson gonna go 10 deep because Rick Brunson used to be a bench player. So he's gonna go.
And Mo, don't forget Mo Cheeks is sitting over there.
Mo Cheeks is gonna go.
10
They're gonna
deep.
go 10 deep. Here's the
Mo
thing.
Cheeks, they both of them are point guards.
I don't.
Rick
I don't
Brunson and
think
Mo
we
Cheeks
need
are
to.
point guards.
I don't think that we need to get rid of Tibbs
Boy,
unless
Mike
you,
Larry, what's up, baby?
unless you guaranteeing us Mike Woodson, because he's the only person I think that can coach this team on both ends of the floor and utilize that bench. He has a proven track record. The Knicks won 50-something games.
I think we should have never got rid of him.
We
That
should
was-
I
have
never
that-
agreed with
that
them
was-
getting rid of him either.
That was
You
Mr.
can't.
Triangle.
You can't put that. You can't put that toothpaste back inside the tube. Anyway, at the end of the day, if we're not going out to get him, which I think has become actually impossible because he loves coaching at his college. That's what
Indiana.
That's Indiana. That's his alma mater. That's
Wait.
where he wants to be.
Yeah, he wants to be there. But Mike McFadden makes a tremendous point. And this is something I've thought about. He said, so should the training camp and conditioning coach be fired? then because the 90s players wouldn't get hurt as much. This is interesting because also the NBA has changed also from that standpoint. Because if you guys remember, Riley in the 90s, first of all, training camp wasn't in New York. They got together and he took them to South Carolina, Charleston, for 2 weeks. They had training camp in South Carolina away from everybody else. And they said Riley would have them run for 2 hours. The conditioning was different. But it's across the league now. Shorter training camps because they're trying to fit in more games. But as a result, you're seeing a lot more players go down with injury now. So I don't even think it's the strength and conditioning coach's problem. I do think it is partially a conditioning problem because the conditioning, as far as injuries go, the conditioning really isn't what it once was.
So let me ask y'all this.
Still a
'Cause I
coach
hear y'all
issue,
saying y'all don't agree with getting rid of Tibbs, whether it be mid-season or end of the season. Y'all
Oh,
don't.
I agree.
y'all don't-
No, he got to go at the end of the season. He has to go.
I don't
What if
think
he
it would
take us
hurt
to
y'all
the
if y'all got
final?
rid of him
We
now.
can't get rid of a coach that take us to the final.
Who said
I
that?
don't think it will hurt y'all if y'all got
He's
rid
not
of him now.
taking us to the finals, Davey.
Anything less than the Eastern Conference Finals, Tibbs has to go.
I agree.
He has to
Bro,
go.
we can't even beat Atlanta this year. And that's who we playing next, by the way. I hope y'all know that. We playing trade. Isn't it? No.
No.
We played them on the 19th.
We
No,
got
we
played
playing
Toronto. We got
OKC.
Toronto tomorrow,
Right.
and
We
then
played them on the
OKC on
19th.
And
Friday.
then OKC, yeah.
We play Philly on the 15th, right?
Yes.
I'll be there.
You going to
And
Philly?
I'll get that. I'll talk to Tibbs. Let me talk to him. I got prayer oil, and I'm
Dave,
gonna
let
tell
me
You got the
him.
ask
prayer
you,
oil for Tibbs?
why do you like Tibbs so much? Like what makes you like this guy
What has
as
he
a
done
coach?
that made
Right.
you? Yeah. What
What
has he
makes
done?
me
I want to
like
hear it
him?
from you.
I'm gonna tell you because the dog days of the Knicks when we had Isaiah Thomas coaching us, and we missed the playoff 4, 5, 6, 7 years in a row. Tibbs got us he got us as contenders the last 4 years.
So you saying reward him for his past? That's what we're doing. We're rewarding him.
You can't reward
Not
him
because
for
he's
his future
actually
because we don't
qualified
know
to
what
do
his
it.
future gonna be. We got to reward him for his past.
But at what point do you now hold them accountable for not taking the next step? Granted,
This year,
I'll
this
give.
year, he got everything he needs this year. Last year we were beat up,
Listen.
probably because of him.
But
Let's go.
Dave,
Let's go through it.
that's the point we making.
Let,
He's got everything he needs this year, and he's not using it.
let's go through it. Year one, they overachieved.
Right.
He
They
got
made
he,
it to
he
the
he got a team that shouldn't have been in the playoffs. They got him in the playoffs
Was he
and
coach
as
of
the
the year?
fourth seed.
as a 4 seed, and
Was,
they overachieved that his first year. Give him
was
credit
he
for that.
was he coach of the year?
Yes.
I'm going
He was
through it,
coach
Dave.
of the year, and
Absolutely.
Randall won most
They-
improved player.
They overachieved, and he did a tremendous job with that roster. With
Right.
almost the same roster the next year, the team regressed
They regressed.
and did not make the playoffs. 37 and 45 after winning 45 games the previous year. Season number 3, very good team. Got to the second round of the playoffs. Okay, step in the right direction.
Tim Swan song, everywhere he goes.
Year 4, last year. Now you brought in Jalen Brunson. You brought in
I
Josh
told you,
Hart.
T, I ain't playing.
You've now built a foundation. You are the 2 seed in the conference out of nowhere. So are we giving them credit for them overachieving next year? Yes, they were ahead of schedule last year, but they got there. So now the expectation, like El said, is conference finals at the bare minimum this year.
Bare minimum. You can't do anything less than that. If you do anything less than that, then you have ruined the morale of the city,
If you don't make the conference finals
And
this
you're gonna
year,
set
you
the
don't keep your
franchise back.
job.
and you're gonna set the franchise back.
You're gonna set the franchise back.
Yo,
We're
let's-
going to the NBA finals. We're gonna be there.
With who?
Dave, you telling me right now at this moment.
yes,
At this
we
moment,
going to the NBA finals on crutches.
Wait. At this moment, Dave, with Tim's
We going like
coaching
the
the way that
Apostle
he's
Paul on
coaching,
broken pieces.
with
Broken
Tim's
pieces,
coaching the way
brother.
that he's coaching right now, and him utilizing the bench the way he's utilizing it,
Not utilizing it.
that we gonna beat Boston 4 times, we gonna beat Cleveland 4 times.
Not with this group.
I believe so. I can tell you why. Because Porzingis
Right.
ain't gonna be in the playoff. Porzingis will be done in the next couple of months. He'll be finished.
But they beat us without Porzingis like a
Sure
drunk.
did.
No. Yo,
So-
Davey.
If it
please,
shakes out as
Davey.
it is right now, the Knicks get the Boston Celtics in the second round. You're telling me that right now this Knicks team is beating Boston in
No,
the
they're
second round?
not.
I gotta see them with Mitchell Robinson. I gotta see that.
Mitchell Robinson's not a scorer.
And he's gonna be on a minutes
And
restriction.
he's going to be on a minutes restriction. And Mitchell Robinson, let me tell you something. Mitchell Robinson is 7 feet tall with ankle issues. Come down
That's
the wrong way
hard.
one time and it's over.
That's hard.
Yep, that career is
Come
done.
down the wrong way one
Will our
time.
defense get better with him?
Huh?
Will our defense get better with Mitch?
If he's healthy,
Well,
but you don't know if he's healthy.
To be fair, the defense isn't bad now. They're a top
They're in the
five
top 5
defensive
right
rated
now.
team right
so
now.
it's not a defensive issue, it's a coaching issue. It's a roster management issue right now.
What scoop you
That's
got?
what we're saying.
No.
We've been screaming-
Hold on. This is my boy. If he's saying that he might actually have the inside scoop, like he really like
What
he
scoop
does
you
a lot
got,
of it.
Larry?
Mike, you wanna come on? I'll send you the link. You want to give that exclusive
I need to
on
hear
here?
the scoop. This is what
if you
I
seriously
like.
got the scoop,
I
inbox
want
me
the
real
scoop.
quick. I will bring you on.
What's the scoop?
But what I'm saying is, you got to understand something. The Knicks got to beat those teams in front of them 4 times. They got to beat one of those 2 to get to the Eastern Conference. Just to get to the Eastern Conference final. It's going to be the Cleveland or the Celtics in the second round.
Easy
And
work.
right now, the way that Kip Tibbs is managing this team and coaching it, they are not going to beat Boston 4 times.
Davey, easy work.
I ain't worried about Cleveland. They got that funny boy on the bench. What's his name? Mobley. He wears girl clothes. I'm not worried
That's
about
not
them.
what
No, that ain't. No, you
That
think
ain't-
about Indiana.
you think about Indiana.
Well, him too.
When Indiana's back in 7th and 8th place right now, somewhere down back there.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Indiana. I remember I said that last. Oh yes, I said that about Indiana last year. Indiana is not that They were a fluke last year. Indiana was a fluke last year, so I'm not worried about.
And look at
Indiana.
where they are. They're in the eighth spot right now. Indiana, I think, is in the
And
8th
Tyler
spot.
Kolek is growing. He's still growing.
But he won't let him play.
You gotta play Tyler Kolek. Tyler Kolek
You
has
gotta
not looked
play him.
bad. Tyler Kolek has not looked bad on the floor yet. He has not looked overmatched in an NBA game yet. So I don't understand why he's not getting more minutes.
But where you
Yeah.
gonna put him? You gonna take Deuce minutes away? You gonna take Cameron Payne?
Deuce
minutes
hasn't
away?
Give
played in a
Brunson
couple
a break.
games.
Deuce
Why are
been
we not
hurt.
giving
Give him
him
a
the minutes
break.
that Deuce would? I get it. He's third on the depth chart in terms of guards. I'm fine with that. I don't have no issue with that right now. He's a young
your
player.
phone, Lodo.
But Deuce has been out for 2 games. So instead of giving those minutes to Tyler Kolek, you're running Jalen Brunson further into the ground.
Correct. Give him
No,
a break.
no. Because when Jalen Brunson didn't play, Tibbs got on the phone and said, "Get that Kolek boy out of that G League and let him come
And
play
come-
2 games."
He had no
in 1
choice
day."
because
And look
Deuce
what he
went
did.
down.
Look
Because
what he
Deuce
did.
went down, Dave.
So he'll play him. I'm telling y'all, he'll play these guys. He'll play them if he needs
Dave,
to.
he hasn't been playing them. That's what they're crying about
Davey,
all over
what
the
game you
league.
watching?
I'm
You
watching
think-
all the games. Beginning
Yo,
to end.
Dave,
Monica
telling-
McNutt.
Dave.
Monica McNutt, who has never been speechless.
Listen. I listened to
be the
Monica
She
Monica
last
tried to
night.
toe that line. You
I
saw
li-
that, Butler?
I listened to Monica
tried
last
not
night.
to kill him.
Yeah, she did. You can
She
see it in her.
tried.
I
I
love
saw it.
Monica
She
because
almost- I
her
saw
face
her.
told the story, even though her
Tell it,
words
but
were
she
trying to
didn't.
pretty it up.
Well,
Her
well,
face
one
told the
hand-
story.
On
She
one
wanted
hand,
to
she
say it.
on one hand she saw that MSG check.
Right.
And on the other hand, she was like,
Right. She said, I
I'm
want to
picking
tell the
and
truth
choose
so
my
bad.
battles.
I want to
She
tell the
wanted to
truth.
be a fan. She wanted to be a fan for a
Right.
minute.
She did.
She picked and choose her
She had the
battles.
whole.
Check your phone, D-Lo.
And Wally set her up. Did y'all? Yo, he set her up. But she was good. She pulled back.
She caught it.
Yeah,
She
I
caught
sent
it.
I sent
She
them the link.
did good.
I sent them the link.
Yeah, she did court it
Yeah,
because she's definitely about to go there.
Wally set her up.
He did.
But she,
He did.
He did,
yo,
but
did he
she
set
courted.
her up, D-Lo?
What? I said, Wally, come on. Are you going to ask this question?
Yo, Wally, I said, Wally, you really gonna put my sister on blast like
But
that?
she courted. She handled it.
She
He
like,
did.
this her first year as the full-time analyst on the radio. She not trying to mess up her money.
Yo,
It's like black
listen,
women don't
since
get this job
Stephen A. done
easy.
blacklisted her
Right,
at
right,
ESPN.
Bubba.
Yo, she ain't been on First Take since.
Nope.
Well, she only comes on when Shannon is not there. When Stephen A is not there.
Wait,
Yeah,
she ain't been on First Take since she checked Stephen
When
A.
Stephen A is
Nope.
not there,
Not when Stephen
she
A
comes
there.
on.
Because she don't care about that ESPN check. That
It's
MSG
that-
money
it's
is
that
her bread and
MSG
butter.
money.
Her
Right,
and
that
Stephen A don't
MSG
come
money
on
is the bread
together
and
at
butter.
the same time. They don't come on at the same time.
It's that Dolan money. That
She don't
Dolan
care.
money.
She set the record straight. She know what
That
she
Dolan
did.
money, that Dolan money is powerful. He said, "Take my team off of Optimum."
Sure did.
That whole thing is crazy to me. Just the fact that the Knicks
Got
are
me
not
paying
on
$30
Cablevision
a month.
is
Got me
crazy to
paying
me.
$30 a month for the Gotham Sports app now.
And you gonna pay it too. You gonna pay it.
Listen, don't feel bad. I got the Gotham Sports app too, but I'm
too.
so glad I got
the
my
app too.
I got my
Yeah.
Fubo TV, so I'm good.
Oh, I ain't paying that. Hey, that's $90.
Oh, I just
That's about
just now
that's
today.
a buck.
God
Yeah,
bless
it's
me.
$1 a month.
I
That's
got
a
a
buck.
jailbroken fire
Now for me,
stick.
I got it bundled with some other stuff, so it's
Better
actually only
jailbreak
$69.
it.
Oh,
better jailbreak it.
send that
It's
over here,
jailbroke.
D-Lo. Send that over here, D-Lo.
So moving along to the general. I'm trying to wait for my boy Larry Agee to come through.
Again,
So listen, I
I'm-
got a question though. I'm sorry, Bitch McKay. I got a question for Davey. So if you see that
There he
Mitchell is not going to be able to do as well as you think he is, then what's the next move?
If Mitchell Robinson,
Yeah, what would be the next move for the Knicks then?
I think we're gonna have to. I want to get rid of Sims. I'd rather get rid of Jericho Sims than Mitchell Robinson.
I agree with that. Real quickly before we continue, I want to introduce those of you who don't know him to my brother, the pastor, Larry Agee. Goes by Mike. Wait! I'm introducing you and you get cut off. What's happening?
What's going on?
It's the bad internet. He's gonna come back on.
He'll be back. Willie Green, what's going on? He said, "Church crew, what's good? What's good
Hey,
with you, my
Willie.
brother?"
Because I think, when Mitch is on his game,
All right, here we go.
cross our fingers. He's a defensive player of the year. He was almost that
Oh,
last year before he got
Listen,
hurt.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. But again, if you've got a coach, let's go back to Tibbs' track
Can you hear
record.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro. I got you.
Okay.
2 years ago, you put Evan Fournier, who was a quality NBA shooter, on your bench. Before
And
that,
never let-
Kemba
and never let him
Walker,
get up.
who was a
And never
quality
let him get
NBA point guard, on your bench. 2 years ago. No, he wasn't prime Derrick Rose anymore, but still a serviceable Derrick Rose glued to your bench.
How did they do when they left us? Evan Fournier is out the league.
Fournier made a decision to leave the league because he doesn't like what the league. I saw the interview he did about that. He made the
And Kimber
decision
Walker
to
work
leave the
at
NBA.
Popeyes. Kimber Walker over at Popeyes right
Actually,
now.
Kemba Walker is actually overseas dominating.
Kellen.
Kemba Walker is overseas dominating right now at 35 years old.
He gonna get a statue like Stephon.
like Marbury.
Let's welcome Mike.
How y'all doing, everybody? How's
Goes by
everything?
Mike Larry. He's
Mike
everywhere.
Larry.
This dude is the man, and so he has inside scoop. He's big in the New York street ball scene as well. And just if you ever need an MC for your event and you need somebody that's going to have your energy high, this is the man to call right here. Welcome, Pastor
Appreciate you.
Mike Larry Agee.
Appreciate you,
I
Bishop.
got to
Appreciate
tease him
you.
because I remember when he wasn't a pastor.
Yeah, yeah. Lord have mercy. That's a whole nother entity in itself. But
Right.
yeah, so just a few things. I was just scrolling through my Insta, just put my daughters to sleep. So and I was going through the Instagram. I was just having this conversation on Instagram with a few other people. Like, I believe Tibbs needs to go. I'm not a fan of Dolan anyway. I believe Tibbs needs to go because you're gonna run these guys to the muck to the point of playoff time. That's what happened. Jalen Brunson brought you all the way to the playoffs, and all of a sudden he injured his hand. That injury didn't happen in the playoffs. That happened from wear and tear, right? It's just these different individuals. Now you got Mitchell Robinson, and we depending on him to give us what some type of what we're not. It's not happening. God bless. Good night. It's just not happening.
Can't
Right?
depend on him.
It's
Not
not
God bless.
Can't.
happening.
Good night, bro.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
depend.
not happening. So I talked to Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, good friend of mine, um, along with Donovan Mitchell. First and foremost, let's talk about that. Donovan Mitchell wanted to go to New York. He was going to take a pay cut to go to New York.
Wow.
Oh, don't tell me
However,
this.
Y'all,
Oh
y'all
my
hearing it
telling
here
you I'm
first.
telling you what I
Listen,
know.
But I
y'all,
thought they did
y'all,
say that
y'all
though.
share this
Yeah.
out right now. This is
I think
Nah,
they
exclusive.
it was
said that.
never said
No,
that he was going to
that
take
was
a
never
pay
said
cut.
publicly, Keish. That was
Because
never
No,
said
no.
publicly.
that was the
So
thing that the
Right.
Knicks thought they was going to pay him
Overpay for him. Right.
yeah.
overpay
Oh,
for
So
him.
what
okay, but
happened
not the
was
pay
That was the
cut. Got
story.
it.
so
Wait,
what
let's get it.
happened was
Y'all
what
share this
happened
out. This
was
is exclusive.
he wanted to come to New York. He just didn't want them to give up the whole team for him.
Like Dolan did for Melo.
Makes
So
sense.
and then it would have put him in the same position he was before he left. Yeah,
Right.
give up the whole team. I'm only going to a different town, my same situation. They didn't want that. That's why that trade didn't happen. That didn't go on. Jalen Brunson loves the core that he has, but after the game, like, yo, JB, what happened? What's going on? What do you think? We just need some more shooting. And my thing is, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You got a shooter on the bench by the name of Matt Ryan. The kid could shoot the ball. Now, JB's not going to go against coach, political things.
Right.
He
Right.
understands what he got to say. So he was like, yeah, we were working on it, this, that, the other. I know what that means. Basketball terms, that means Tim's not doing his job. You know what I mean? So you
But
have
he
a
can't
shooter
say
on,
that. Right.
he can't say that.
Can't
You
say that.
understand? So that's why you get the political response in the press media is, hey, listen, we got our guys is hurt, we banged up, we got to do this a little bit better, a lot more energy. The guys is putting out as much energy as you play. You can't play 40 minutes after a while, your body wear and tear. That's just life
Don't care
itself.
how young you are.
I don't
Don't
care.
care how young you are.
I tore my ACL a year and a half ago. I rehab, I did everything else. It's not moving the same way.
Right.
It's
It's just
over.
not going. It's not going
It's
to.
it's not
Yeah,
Right.
going to.
let's not
You
talk about
understand?
me.
So
Let's not talk
What
about
I
that
me
always
right
tell you,
now.
D-Lo. What I always tell you.
True.
so you just, what I mean, overall, and this is what I told. I just did a commercial with um the New York Knicks. Is on my page and it's on the social media of the New York Knicks, and things of that nature. I just did a commercial with them, and my biggest issue I had with a Knick fan. I'm a diehard Knick fan. I'm not delusional, right? I'm a
Right.
basketball. I know
You
basketball.
do. Yes, you
I've been
do.
around the game for a long time. Like, I see the ins and outs. I know basketball. So delusional would say, "Nah, Knicks, we going all the way." This and other. I'm not delusional. Okay, we have to some.
He just called you delusional.
I was gonna say that was for Davy. I was
That
just
was
about to say that something. I was like, that was for Davy. And that's the only one that's delusional right
But
now.
he put the glasses on. He
I
put
don't
on
know
his.
what.
He put on the glasses.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
the
know.
only one.
I don't
Delusional
know what
Davy.
took. I don't know what
Delusional
took place.
Davy. That's it.
I don't
But
know
we
what took
DD.
still
place
there.
before I got here. I also understand as a fan of basketball, we're missing some pieces, right? We need to go deeper in the bench, right? Utilize these guys because what's going to happen is you're going to want these guys to come off the bench and give you 15-10. Basketball is a rhythm thing. You got to, if you're not in the rhythm, it's just not going to work. Right? You got very few Lou Williams that used to play for the Sixers. You got very few Jamal Crawfords that could just come in the game and
And
Right.
give you
play.
that. They're rare breed. That's not going to happen with Matt Ryan. That's not going to happen with Deuce
They,
McBride.
they
Like
need they
that's
need
not.
reps, right? They
You
need to be
need
they
you
need
need
reps.
reps. But
Yep.
And
if you giving these
the latest person you had that in was Emmanuel Quickly.
Emmanuel Quickly, and where he at? Toronto, eating everything like well, medium well. Give me that. We gonna eat good over here, right? So you got the rare breeds that do that. You're not gonna have that with a shooter. A shooter need reps, right? I'm not telling him to give him 20 minutes a game. You give that guy 10, 15 minutes a game as a shooter, I promise you. And all I need is 10, 15 points just to survive. We'll be all right. That game versus OKC, we weren't supposed to lose, right? We up 15. We going into the fourth quarter. Like, what's happening right now, right? And then we got people that saying, "Oh, uh, um, Cat's hurt now." Why you think Cat hurt? Because he's logging in all these minutes. We not going to separate. It's an 82 game season. It's
And
an
he's
82
playing the
game
five,
regular
which he
season.
hasn't had to do for the last 3 years.
And it's an 82 game regular season. What people forget to understand is really if we really incorporate preseason workouts, we really these guys are really playing 100 games in a season, not including the workouts we see on social media, right? You got guys that don't want to play nowadays, load management, because their bodies is now brands. I'm a brand. I don't want to play today. You know what I'm saying? We have to respect that now, right?
You
So
preaching, Pastor.
it's a lot that goes into it that understands these guys, they want to play. JB wants to play, but he's not going to tell nobody, listen, I can't play today, right? JB did the ultimate thing by taking a pay cut. I'm not leaving on that money on the table. I'm sorry. Figure it out. Give me
Okay.
my money and figure it out. However, for the end of the game, right? For the love of the game, the team to understand what I want to do for New York, I'm gonna take this pay cut, but give me more pieces.
Give me
You
the
understand?
pieces,
And
right?
that's right now. That's what we have. It. I don't have my problem with Tibbs. Tibbs is a defensive guy. However, nobody plays defense in the NBA. So let's throw that out the window, right? The average
Wow.
score is 235 points a game. That's the average, 220 points per game in the
Right.
league.
I think the defense is played in spurts. It's not like it was in the
Exactly.
'90s where you
Exactly.
gotta play defense every single
Possession, every
possession.
possession was a
Exactly.
In
battle,
this new
right?
NBA,
Defense
you
is
just got to get a
played.
stop here or there, usually down the stretch.
The
It's going to come
defense,
down to 2 or 3 stops, and you got to be ready. But if like you said, Pastor, if I'm playing all these minutes, I'm not going to be able to even get you one stop down the stretch because I'm so tired.
I'm tired now,
here are
right?
the key moments when defense is played in the NBA. I've watched it, I've seen it over these last bunch of games on every team. Depending on how close the score is, defense is played in the fourth quarter from 6 minutes in until the end of the game, depending on
And
how close the score is.
and that's because they done preserved themselves for this last 6 minutes
That's
left.
right.
And
Then,
That's why
the end of
That's
the
why your
Mitchell
game.
bench is so
Robinson.
important.
then,
That's why your bench is so important in the middle of the
Absolutely.
game. You got to
then,
play those guys so that in that last 6 minutes you can get the stops that you need.
There's a
then,
pick. Go ahead, go ahead. Sorry.
defense is played in the postseason, but not the first round.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the
And
first round.
you know what I think that the Knicks, who I think the Knicks will really, if he comes to New York, the one characteristics that we're missing in New York from the 90s to the early 2000s was a dog mentality. Somebody who's going to make you and keep you accountable, right? I personally believe bring Jimmy Butler over. Because Jimmy Butler is not going, he don't care. What's up? I'm on whatever time y'all on. What's up?
Ooh, that would be nice.
You bring Jimmy Butler and now
Ooh.
Tibbs, I personally don't believe Tibbs could coach Jimmy Butler because Tibbs don't have that type of withal to deal with that attitude. You have to be able to deal with that type of attitude to understand, I'm gonna deal with that because I know I'm gonna get this.
We got another
Yes, sir.
special guest coming on real
But
quick.
you would have to get rid of a couple of people
You're
for
going, yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
That's the only
But
thing.
that's another thing. You done gave up so many pieces. What do we have to do to get to him? Yes, we
Absolutely.
And you
done
got to
gave up
keep
so
the CBA. You got to keep in mind about that second apron. That second
yeah.
apron in the CBA locks you. I mean, it's got to be dollar for dollar. That's
Yeah,
the
you got to
Gotta
match
be.
him dollar for dollar. That's the only
Yeah,
way.
that
The Knicks would
second
have to give up
apron.
too much to get Jimmy. They would have to
Yeah,
give way
it's
too much to
handcuffing
get
a lot
Jimmy.
of teams.
Yeah, I mean, and we could
Y'all
have
gonna
got
see
Jimmy.
Mitchell Robinson.
I gotta bring on another special guest that we have in the studio. Y'all do me a favor, because
I
this
can't.
this is
I can.
huge. We got Mike Larry on, and y'all share. Come on, y'all share it out some more. Fresh from Madison Square Garden itself, the garden organist, William Bootsy Jones, is in the
What up,
building.
Boots?
What's up? What's
What
up?
up,
What's up, man?
Boots?
Was goody.
How's everybody?
Hey.
That man played
That's him.
That's him.
Yes.
Boosie,
Yes.
tell them what you told me Saturday. What did Jericho Sims do when he was warming up? How many threes he hit in a row?
He hit like 20 in a row, bro.
Who?
Jericho Sims.
Sims hit like 23.
Listen,
in a row.
I saw a video of him
How
working
much-
out during the summer. The boy
how
got
many-
shot.
Three-game
How
Tibbs
many
won't let him
minutes?
shoot.
How many minutes has he been playing throughout the season though?
There's the problem.
I don't need practice. I don't need layup line players.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
you know, when you ain't got no defense in front of you, it's a completely different vibe, right?
Right.
Exactly.
True.
You know what I mean?
It's a
Like
fact.
that's what makes great players great, right? They're able to, what they do in practice, they're able to manifest in the game with defense, with NBA level defense, right? So I've seen a lot of guys in pregame warm-ups look like superstars. I'm like, wow, I've never seen this. I've never
And you
seen
built that, and you
never
built
seen
that
players
confidence
hit
up
these-
doing
shoot
a.
these shots. But it's a different thing. It's a different thing in the game. And so, but I told Davey the other day, I said that boy could shoot by himself.
Listen, if you can shoot, hold on, though. Wait. Let me say this. Let me say
Not
this.
shooting by
Let me
yourself.
say this. If
Boy,
you
lights,
can hit-
lights out by himself.
if you can hit 23s in a row with no defense, you're bound to hit 10 with defense. I'm sorry. And it may not be in a row, but choose a shooter.
But on top of that, the only way I get that confidence, if I see you hit 20 in the layup line doing pregame, I now gotta strategize. You know what? I'm gonna get him a screen doing this game.
Yes.
Get him a shot.
Get him some
if
open
I'm not-
looks.
You
Get him some
gotta
open
get him
looks.
open looks.
Gotta
All right,
get
he
him
does
open-
not.
But
So
the
But
coach,
in
you have
practice-
to be in the game for that.
Yeah.
the
So
coach
in
has to have
practice-
confidence in
in
you.
practice-
And the coach don't have confidence in a lot of these guys.
Right.
Like
in practice, you gotta run plays to see if that's really real.
Agreed.
You got to make sure
Agreed.
that that's not a fluke.
Agreed.
So you do that in practice. You say, I'm watching this kid. Somebody, not only you, Bootsy, but somebody on that staff was watching this dude hit 20.
Somebody had to
pointers
go back to
in a row.
Tibbs and was like, "Hey, Tibbs,
You
that
got
would
to
be amazing."
draw up maybe two.
And you know what
Put him
Tibbs
in.
probably
3
said?
plays.
Put him in.
Nah, just let him rebound. Just let him rebound
Right?
and block shots.
So
No,
now
Isaiah Hartenstein is shooting threes in Oklahoma City this year.
because if you
But-
got
Isaiah
Jericho
could always
Sims
shoot.
hitting threes,
Right.
Well, he
He
shot
wasn't
threes
allowed
would
to
let him
do
shoot.
that
in
here.
He shot threes in Houston before he came to the Knicks.
Right? Exactly.
He wasn't allowed to do that here. Tibbs didn't let him in Tibbs's offense. Tibbs did not let Hartenstein shoot Jays. All Hartenstein was doing was shooting that jump hook in the lane. That's all he was able to do.
Tibbs don't know
And we
what
let
to
him.
do.
And we let him go to New York. I mean, we let him go to OKC because we
Tibbs
didn't want
got
to
to
give him.
go. All in
we-
favor of Tibbs getting out of here, say aye.
God bless. Good night.
Come on,
That's
no,
it.
you
Wait,
can't do that.
Wait.
And I'm not
Bootsy
even
cannot.
listening.
Bootsy can't answer. Bootsy
Yeah, Bootsy
cannot
can't
answer.
answer.
Bootsy
I love
Bootsy- Bootsy has a
I
garden
love
check.
Tibbs, I love James Dolan. I love
Right.
I bet you
Everybody.
do.
Right. I
Yeah.
love
You love
everybody.
everybody.
Right,
Jay.
I
You
love everybody.
You
You
know
love
what?
everybody.
Hey,
Okay,
Listen,
Bootsy.
Bootsy said, I love Monica McNutt.
Bootsy.
I
I
love
love
Wally.
You love
Like,
everybody.
the
Hey,
popcorn
Bootsy,
time.
They've been playing.
Man.
Hey, yo, Boosie, they've been playing my commercial throughout the arena, so I gotta say I love them too for right now.
Right,
The
right,
check-
right.
the check
Right,
coming
you,
in, I love them
you,
too. I
you get
appreciate
paid by
y'all.
MSG now too, so yeah,
appreciate
y'all can't say nothing.
Listen, they
Two of
get that
y'all can't
Dolan
say
money.
nothing.
They get
Y'all
all,
need
of
y'all
the, all that
ties. Y'all
Dolan
need y'all
money.
ties.
You
Don't
can
mess
get
that up.
Yeah,
Don't mess that up.
Crazy.
But the way we gotta get them in the game. That's how these players build confidence. You understand? You can't do a 8 man or 7 man rotation throughout the regular season.
Right,
Like it's
not
just
20 games into the season. Like,
yeah, come
what the
on, man.
fuck?
Like get these guys some playing time. Now everything's moving. They moving different. Everything like they bop is different. For somebody that played the game, understand it's a rhythm thing.
Yes.
You understand? You
Very
gotta
much.
be in rhythm all the time. You don't hit 23s doing warm up. I know Jericho Sims in his mind is like, all I need is an opportunity.
Opportunity.
And point in case with Kimber Walker, when he was buried at the end of the bench and he ain't had no more guards, he put Kimber Walker first game out. Kimber had 36, 38, something like that. Kimber like, I know what I could do if you give me the game. Give me some ET.
Give me the minutes.
I just need playing time. And that's what's happening right now. We just, our guys, I don't want to get to a point. I got a good friend of mine. He goes, "Yo, you gotta have two hearts if you go and root for the Knicks." I'm like, "Why you say that?" He said, "Because they're gonna give you a heart attack for at least one of them." Right? So he's like, "You gotta
That's a
have
true
two
statement.
hearts."
That's a true
And I'm
statement.
like, "Yo," and I get hyped, right? Because I want to see every New York team do good. I'm born and raised in the Bronx. You know what I mean? Currently reside out. You know what I mean? So I'm just I want to see New York do good, but I understand the concept of we could burn out, right? We could burn. That's like once again us being preachers and stuff. You could burn out if you don't take. Yo, I need my assistant to preach this. You know what I mean? Like I preach every second Sunday of the month for my pastor to get a break. The month of February he takes off because you're burnt out, and that's
You
just.
burn
And
out.
we talk about
Absolutely.
and spiritual is a whole nother different topic. You feel what I'm saying? But in basketball, you got games, you got road, you got to fly. For those that fly frequently, you understand when you get off that plane, them legs are stiff. You gotta do body treatment. From there, you doing off season, you doing workouts, stuff like that. So it's like you putting miles on your body. So that's why you know what I mean. Shout out to somebody like LeBron who spend $1 million on his body every year. Like
$1 million a
he
year.
not
Listen, I mean,
he not.
we know. Listen, and I said this in the beginning of the season about this Nick team. You know, we got this core for the next 4 to 5 years. So I don't even believe that they're gonna do much. You know, I didn't predict them winning the finals like Davey. Davey think they're going to the finals every year. I
Every
think I'm a,
year.
He-
Not
I
every
don't
that's
year.
his
think they're going
prediction
to the
every year.
finals.
That's
We
David
We
let me
going
say
this
Richards.
year
this.
though.
Wait.
I
We
Let me
think
going
they
this
gotta
year.
add. I think the Knicks have to add more pieces
let me say
in
this
the
though.
coming years. In
Let
these
me
next 4 to 5 years, they gotta build
I
on
got
this
a question.
team.
I got a question for all of y'all. I want to know if Tibbs was to go, who would be the replacement? Who we
There you
getting?
go.
Mike Woodson. If we can get him, Mike Woodson. Mike Woodson will coach this team to a 60+ win.
I
How
just
you gonna get him out of
I
Indiana?
yeah. I don't, Mike,
Mike
that
Wilson's not
college
leaving. He's
life,
not. He's
that
yeah.
I
He
don't
college
left.
know.
life,
He's at
that
his
college
alma
life,
mater. He's
that college
working his
life
dream job.
is.
Yeah.
There ain't
I
Mark
hate I
nobody.
hate
Jackson.
college.
There ain't
We're gonna go
nobody.
get Avery Johnson, and we're gonna be in a
Mark
No,
big
no,
Jackson.
not Avery
They're gonna
Johnson.
get Mark Jackson.
Now you want to hear something crazy about that Mark Jackson pick? I would love that because Mark know how to coach men. He know how to get attention, right? But
Watch your
Mike
check.
Woodson's
Watch your check, Mike Larry. Mike, watch your check. Watch your check.
Yeah, you know how Marcus looked at in these parts.
But look,
All things are lawful, but not expedient.
Not
Watch
expedient.
your check.
not
Mark
expected.
You
Jackson. I love
let
Mark
us let
Jackson,
us say
but
it.
he
We'll
gonna
say
come
it
in
for
here
you.
with
We'll say it for you.
we'll
We
Kershaw
say
won't
it
sit
for you.
there.
and
We'll say it
We'll
for
say
you.
it
Camerling.
for you.
If you are
Mark
currently on the
Jackson
MSG
would be a great
payroll,
coach.
you don't have to say
Mark
Yeah,
certain
Jackson
things.
gonna
We'll
come in
say
there with New York Nick Crenshaw and have
yeah,
them
yeah.
training all day. They're gonna be got under the veil,
Oh,
speaking in tongues.
not a New York Nick pressure all day.
not a
Yeah,
New
that's what
York
they're gonna have, and that's
Davy.
what they
Not a
don't
New
want.
York Nick Bradshaw. So
Davy.
that's I would like to know if you know what I mean if that was to happen, who would be the replacement? Like who would come in and coach these young men, you know what I mean, to the next level because you can't regress. If you
Right.
regress,
Right.
we need to know.
So
You need to. What's the next
Well, you
level?
got you got Mo Cheeks on the bench over there, and you got Rick Brunson.
yeah, and so
You
here's the
got two
thing.
point guards over there, and Mo Cheeks is a all-star,
Oh,
all-world point guard.
I have an idea. I have an idea.
What you got?
Milwaukee Bucks, the guy who used to coach Milwaukee. I can't say the name because you know what I mean, but who used to coach Milwaukee
Mike
Bucks before?
Budenholzer?
Budenholzer.
Townsend.
No,
Not
no,
Budenholzer.
the one they let go before Doc Rivers, Griffin,
Oh,
Oh,
Griffin.
Adrian Griffin. Listen,
Eastern
That's
Conference.
not a
that
bad
team
choice.
that team was good before they let him go to bring
They
in
were
Doc
30
Rivers,
and 30.
and
They were 30
they
and
brought in Doc
13.
and they regressed.
They were
They
30.
brought
They
in
were
Doc
30
they
and
regressed.
13.
I don't
But
trust Avery.
I'm with
He
Brucey.
got
God
yellow
bless
eyes.
him.
Anybody that got yellow eyes, that means
Oh
they're
my God,
alcoholic.
Yeah, here
what,
we go.
Dave?
Look at his eyes. His eyes are yellow.
Take
Well, if
your
Tibbs
glasses
got
off,
red
man.
eyes, he got bloodshot eyes. What that mean?
He
Did
looked like
he?
Daffy Duck with his beak blown off.
But Tibbs
What?
got red eye.
I let me tell y'all, I'm not opposed to, like, say for instance, they decide to just pull the plug on Tom Thibodeau mid-season, be like, yo, you're not doing what we need you to do with this team. We gave you the roster that you needed. We gave you the players that you asked for, and the players that you asked for, you're not playing them. And we cannot run the risk of not progressing. Now, I don't think this is going to
And
be a
hurting the
Dolan.
team.
I don't think this is going to be a Dolan call. I don't think this is going to be. This is going to be a strictly a
Leon
Leon
and West.
Coles
Leon and West.
Leon
No,
Rose.
and West
you can't
call.
do it.
No. Hear me out. Hear me out. If they make that call mid-season, do I believe Rick and Mo can push the envelope and get this team where they need to go?
Yes, they can.
I think they can, and the reason why I think they can is because the relationship that they have with these players,
Right.
right?
I
The
agree.
relationship that they have with these players, and there is a level of accountability that those players will answer to when it comes to those two people, because it's like you coaching your kid now at this point, right? I think that they would do it. I think that they would say, okay, I can't run, especially Rick. Rick Brunson's going to say, I can't run this kid down in the ground like this, his son. Let me get Kolik in here. Let me get Deuce in here. They're going to run that bench. They're going to run 10 deep. They may even run 11 deep.
Yeah.
But that's why I brought up those two guys. If you notice, I didn't bring up anybody from the outside. That's why I brought up those two guys,
And they
because
in-house. That makes sense.
they're in-house.
I mean, if you
and
made
they
a
still
move
would hold
mid-season,
on
it would
that
have to be
defense.
in-house. You
And they
couldn't
would
make it
still hold on
outside
to
the
that
house.
defensive intensity that Tibbs has. They
Mm-hmm.
they wouldn't just scrap the defense. They just wouldn't
Yeah.
do that because it's mid-season. Second thing, the Knicks have done it before. We act like the Knicks have never fired anybody mid-season. They did it
Yeah.
with Don Nelson and put
Yeah.
Van Gundy right in there, and they made a run. They've done it before. This organization has fired a coach in the middle of the season. When the Knicks lost to the Clippers, that was that Mark Jackson led Clippers team. They came into the Garden and beat the Knicks.
Beat the brakes
That
off the
was
Knicks.
Don Nelson's last game.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And they fired Don. You remember D-Lo?
Yep.
They
I remember.
fired Don Nelson and put in Jeff Van Gundy. And they made a run.
I think anytime you do an in-season switch, it puts a battery in the players back anyway. You
Yes.
feel what I'm
Yep.
saying?
That's
So
true.
Yes.
I just think because you don't know how many times, you don't know how many of them is having this phone. We don't know what the group chat look like. The group chat probably going off right now, like, yo,
Right. The
B,
player
We know
group
about the
chat.
group chat,
yeah,
don't we?
Yeah.
yeah.
The
I don't
players.
even
Those
know about
players. The player group chat.
the group chat. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to be in
T,
the
don't
group
we know
chat.
about the group chat?
We know about group
Yeah.
chats.
That's what I'm saying.
The group chat probably going crazy. And then another thing is you have to get these guys while they're still not in their prime, while they still bought in. Because you can
Right.
lose your
Right.
buy-in,
Right.
right? It's like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm doing all this, and nothing's working. Right? That's like you clean the dishes 17,000 times. The one time you don't, she complaining about you not doing the dishes. Whoa, wait a minute, sweetheart. You know what I mean? I lost my buy-in because you ain't, you know what I mean? You don't want these guys to lose their buy-in because of that
Absolutely.
moment. You know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
that
And
I've
I
seen that
totally agree with
happen
that.
in basketball. Once again, I've been around the game for a long time. Now I'm being an MCing different events and stuff of that nature. I see the inside of the politics of basketball too. I seen people like, yo, JB was good. You gonna take a couple jump shots for the fans? I'm taking 5 jump shots for the fans. I'm not doing no more than that. They gotta cut a check for that. Like, whoa. Like it's I see the business side of it too. You understand? So I understand it's a lot that goes into it. These guys lose they buy-in, then there's nothing you could say. They're gonna be like, I'm because I don't want to play for you no more. We don't
listen,
want that. We don't
and
need
and
that.
and listen, it took a lot for Leon
Mm.
Rose to build this team. The Knicks have given up so much. Look, you talk about the picks they gave up for Mikal Bridges. You talk about
We
what
gave up a
what they
lot, but we got a lot in return, though.
we got a lot, but what I'm saying is people always look at what you gave up. They look at what you gave up more than what you gave back. That's just the nature. What did we get? Look at what we had to give up. Look what we had to give up. Then you looking at the fact we brought Cat here, which was controversial at first
Mm-hmm.
because everybody wasn't sold on Randall and DiVincenzo leaving.
And he's not happy here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We heard that too. That Cat ain't happy.
From me.
You said Cat ain't happy over there?
Oh, he happy
Yeah.
now.
I felt like in the
Uh-oh.
beginning, yeah. I felt like I was like,
Get
he
her,
has
Larry.
to
But
Get her.
adjust.
Get
It
her.
took a while for him to
Nah,
adjust.
so him being a New Jersey Cat, right? He didn't mind the New York thing. What he wasn't happy about, I could agree with you. He wasn't happy how it
Okay.
happened.
Right.
That's it.
2
Yes.
days
Not
before
about not being here.
Yeah.
media
It took him
day,
a while
like
to
So yeah,
adjust.
Yeah, but
that's a
Key,
It took him a
that
while to adjust because you didn't really hear too much from him after he got traded. You didn't hear
because
too much
and
from him. And of course,
whenever you get in contact with any or you deal or have a conversation with any of these guys that play the game and stuff, they'll always tell you the business side of it is whack. After you had told
yeah,
me,
that's
you know
what
what I
I'm
mean?
saying.
He built in his mind Minnesota's gonna be Minnesota they just went to the
Thank
you know what I
you.
but
mean? They
Key,
didn't
no,
That's
you're
what
not
I
listening
said.
to
I said that he had it in his
Hold
mind
on,
that
hold on,
next year
Key.
he's
Key, you're
going
not
to do
listening
what
to
he
what
Key,
he's
needed to
saying.
do.
listen, Key.
You're not listening to what he's
Listen.
saying.
that's why
What
we
he
can't get
said?
another
What he
girl on
said?
the
I still
show.
hold on
Key,
to that.
he
That's
said,
still my
can I,
argument,
Key,
though.
he
That's still my
didn't
argument.
say,
But go
he
ahead.
didn't say Cat was unhappy here. He said he was unhappy about how they did it.
yeah. That's why
You
like you
said he was
see
unhappy here.
the
That's
the the
not what he said.
the energy that Cat is giving
Yeah,
off
I
right
still
now,
feel
the
that way.
energy that Cat is giving off like New York, New York, like he's on that type. That energy comes from how he got traded there. I'm
That's
on
what I
Yeah.
time.
said.
I'm on he's quote unquote what
He
the kids
really
say. I'm on
showing
demon
Minnesota
time.
up. He's showing Minnesota up.
Exactly.
He has
And
to
that's all
prove
that is.
Minnesota made a mistake.
Yeah, you understand? So that
But
energy, he didn't like how it happened. As far as playing with New York, playing in New York, right across the bridge, born and raised, you know what I mean? Him being the Dominican Cat, he got his people coming over from Dykeman to the game. Like he's home.
Bodega Cat.
Bodega Cat.
But
but
I
I,
didn't
I
say, but
heard
in the chat, I did say that I don't think he takes it. I don't think it's anything towards the Knicks, but like you just said, Pastor Larry, I feel like the transition really
It
got
did.
him. That was
Absolutely.
Yeah,
shocking
yeah,
for him.
absolutely.
That transition was definitely shocking for
Absolutely.
him. So,
it,
and while he was playing in the beginning, you can feel it. Like you can see it. Like it looks like, yo, this nigga don't want
Nah,
to be
he
here. Like
it
also
this,
wasn't that
gotta,
he didn't
like
want to be
it kind
here.
of felt
he
like,
And
yo,
that's what
also
this
we was
dude don't
telling
want to
you,
be
Key.
here. Like
he
It
also
wasn't
gotta
that he was
realize.
mad about being in New York. He was mad because listen, he signed that big deal thinking Minnesota was it. He signed a 50+ million per
And just
year.
bought a new house out there too.
Yes. So
And
he
that's
was upset
yeah.
oh
about
well, yeah,
them.
but he bought a new house too before he
He was
got
upset
traded. He
about
bought a
them
new
trading
house.
him, and he signed that deal. He signed that 4-year, 50+ million deal
Hmm.
You
a
also gotta
year.
understand, like,
That
yes,
he wasn't mad at coming to New York. His thing was like, all right, you sending me here, I'ma show y'all you made a mistake.
yeah. And you also gotta understand, man, that we see them as, players, but they're human beings, man. They
Human beings.
Right,
like they
correct,
have family, they
correct,
have friends, they fostered
correct.
relationships, all these kind of
Hmm.
things. And when there's a trade like that happens kind of
2 days before the media.
days
Yeah,
before, media day,
Correct.
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
that's
It really,
that's the energy you see. That's that
yeah,
frustration
yeah.
you see. It's
So
like they
it's like
forget.
Yeah.
I gotta find a place to live. I gotta find, what I mean, that kind
Yeah.
of thing. And so,
And I
you know,
oftentimes tell people like we look at like you said, we look at them like they basketball players, they're celebrities, and
And they're supposed to
yeah,
and
adjust.
but
Yeah. They're
let's just
supposed to
be
take
real
it.
let's just be real with each other. Like how many times something happened to you and you like that. That's why I feel for people when like that right there. I was like, "Woo, that's a good trade." He probably gonna struggle the first couple games though, because he tight. I ain't even talking about on a
Yes.
basketball scale. I'm just
Just
talking
from a
about
human
his
standpoint, right?
his emotions. Like,
From a
yo,
human
He's
standpoint.
y'all did me
upset.
filthy. You
Yes.
understand? And that's
Yes.
the
And
And they
NBA for you.
snuck
not only
that
that,
trade
but
on us. They snuck that. I didn't see that one coming.
nobody
They,
did.
Nobody did.
Yeah, because I
I
told them
stopped
in the
mid
chat they
praise
didn't
break.
believe
I was in the
it.
middle of a praise break and stopped playing.
I told them in the chat.
True story.
Yo,
Yeah, you told us,
Yo,
Dave.
I was trying to
me
call
and
all
He's
Dave,
of
in the
them and they
middle
was
of
all in
playing and
church.
I
just
was
stop playing. Like, whoa,
wait,
what?
I was
But I tried to call
emceeing.
Butler. Butler was
I was
in church.
emceeing.
Dave, everybody was
I
in
was
church.
emceeing Raymond Whitaker and Greater Free Gives banquet.
And then
Stacy was on the keyboard, and we are shouting these people like it is Sunday morning. I mean, we going in. Davey got off the keyboard
sure did.
and came over to me. I'm in the mic and came over to me and said, "We just got cat."
In the middle of the banquet. Yep.
He's like, Lord,
story.
Lord, you hold on for a
story.
minute.
Wait, yo,
He said,
I
"Hold on,
dropped the
Lord."
mic. I gave the mic to one of his members, and we ran out in the hallway.
Yeah.
That's true, Bishop Greg. Like being a Methodist pastor,
he
you can
put
get the
the-
call and get shipped somewhere else. Yep.
Yeah,
Bishop McCann had to write me back. He said, Keisha, double check. Are you serious? I said, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, this is y'all
Yeah.
got
It was
Then I went in the
late,
chat
it
and I
was
was
late
like,
night.
yep,
It was
it's
like
legit.
11 o'clock at night.
At 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember. We was like,
Yeah.
what just happened?
I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to go to sleep. I'm like, man, I gotta work. Man, I looked at the. Hold on.
Right.
I'm-
Now I gotta make some
I hit-
calls, right?
I hit Marquise. I hit Marquise, which is Jalen Brunson's manager. I hit Marquise. I had a few people. I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? Is it they trolling right now? Hit me back. The Bleacher Report. We got a joke. If Bleacher Report put it up there, it's true, right? So
Right.
he's like, when Bleacher said, "Oh, okay." And the first thing I said was, "Dang, this is gonna be a little difficult because as a human being, if I'm thinking about next year, we just had a great one. Andy Edwards is
Thank
coming
you.
into his own, and this
Thank
is how you
you.
do me. I bet.
Yes.
So after I pass that emotion, after I vet through that, now you're getting I'm on time and what's up? You
Wait,
understand? But now the
And that's how he's
big
doing it right
bodega.
now.
Wait, 2 games into the preseason, we play in Minnesota. Let me let y'all get this work. He gave them
Yeah.
work in the preseason.
I'm gonna be real with you. That preseason game helped the transition.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if he gotta wait to mid-season to see Minnesota, he refills that emotion.
Right.
So he
Yeah.
was able to get over it fast. 'Cause 2 games in, I see y'all. Oh, it's on time. What's up? What we doing? It was one of
Yeah.
those. So it's like, I bet now I see what we got over here. Let's eat. You
And
know what I
the
mean?
flip side that was DiVincenzo. He didn't adjust.
He didn't adjust well at all.
Ain't
And
want to
he's still
leave.
not adjusting.
He ain't wanna
DiVincenzo
leave.
coming back.
Look
He's
at
still not
Minnesota's record.
adjusting.
Look at Minnesota's record right now.
He did not want to. I'm
Still
gonna be
not
real with
adjusting.
you.
Now you
I didn't
look
want
at
him
who
to
made
go.
out better in the trade. The Knicks
None of
or
us really
Minnesota.
wanted him to go. No.
Minnesota
Let's bring
is
him back.
struggling right now.
Let's bring them back.
Bring him
How
back.
you gonna bring him back, Davey?
We can't.
I'm
You
with
can't
all
bring
that.
him back?
Can't
You
bring him
gotta-
back
they
this
gotta-
season.
They
They
gotta
can
waive
buy him
him.
out. If they buy him out, we can
If they
bring
buy
him
him
back.
out, we can bring him back. Yeah.
If they buy him out, right.
Yeah, but they know what that is. They're not
Knicks
going to
ain't
buy him
doing
out
that.
They're
because
not
they
gonna buy him out
They're
because
not
of
gonna do that. I
you
can't
giving
see
them to
that.
someone else. You feel what I'm
Wait,
saying?
right.
So
How y'all
But
feel
y'all
about
don't. Y'all need another censor. Y'all don't need.
how y'all feel about Anthony Edwards telling Randall, "You play like you got on jeans"?
Got on jeans.
That
Yo.
that was a troll. That wasn't real, but it was
When
funny.
did he say that?
No. There was somebody posted a
He didn't
meme
say
that
that.
happened. That didn't really.
Oh, I
That
was
didn't
about to
actually
say-
happen. That did not actually happen.
There's some truth to
You
that.
play
That
like you
was-
got
I can
on
see
jeans.
Anthony Edwards saying that, yo.
Like,
I dead can see Anthony Edwards
But
saying
yo,
that. Anthony Edwards
the
speaks
truth-
the whole
truth be
thing about
told.
me, for me, was the
That
amount
would
of
be-
Minnesota fans that I saw murdering Julius Randle after like 5 games. And I said, "Oh, now you see what I dealt with for the last 5 years."
And listen,
That was-
true. And
But
Anthony
y'all can't
Edwards,
be like
Anthony
that and
Edwards
act like
was
Nah.
they
shooting
didn't
threes
hold y'all
now.
down. No,
That's
why
all
you
he's
Because-
doing.
Y'all
He's
Randall,
shooting threes.
Randall, the same way we just talked about the emotions of Cat Williams, right? Bodega Cat, is the same way. Randall was emotional. He missed 3 shots. He
Yeah,
don't
body
want to get
language
back
is
on.
bad.
Yeah, I used to.
Body language is
If
bad.
I'd be ready to break a few TVs. Like, yo, what is you doing? It's to a point I had to watch the game. I had to watch the highlights on Sports Center because I couldn't watch. I can't do this with him. He gonna make me tight, man. You know what I'm saying? I cannot do this with him because if you're a leader, if energy is transferable, right? If you're a thermostat or a thermometer reads the temperature in the room, a thermostat changes the temperature in the room.
temperature. Yep.
If you're a thermostat, then I expect you to change it. I'm watching your body language, and it's just transitioning
Come on,
and-
preach.
over here, and I'm like, I missed 3 shots. Let me throw my hands up. You understand? I'm not getting back on defense, and I couldn't stand that because I also, once again, basketball is a rhythm thing. You understand? So it's like, all right, bet. What other ways you could affect the game?
Willie, we don't want Randall back.
Nah, I take.
Ooh.
I'll
Can
take
I
Debo
ask
back.
y'all
I don't
something?
want Randall back.
I heard Bill Parcells say it a long time ago. I can't win with somebody else's players. This is Tibbs' team. He bought these groceries, expecting somebody else to make a meal with what somebody else's groceries.
All right,
Because
so Tibbs. All right,
If you
Tibbs.
a good
This is your.
coach,
You bought these,
absolutely. If you a
but
good
you
coach,
bought.
you can do it. Because my wife will go out and buy whatever she want in that supermarket. If she bring it in here, I'm a stove it up.
All
I know
right,
what
so
to
that's
do.
two things,
Well,
right?
what
So
you got?
if Tibbs, you bought the groceries, why are we still eating ramen noodle soup? I want to eat.
You pre-
I want to. You got the
we,
groceries. I
I'm,
want
I'm
to
about
eat.
I'm about to raise an offering for you today,
You
Pastor.
I
bought the
want
You
to
still
eat.
groceries.
want your check?
Right.
So,
I want
so I was
variety.
out.
You
Careful,
went
Mike.
shopping.
Careful,
You
Mike.
Hey,
got variety,
that
and you still
MSG,
eating ramen noodles.
that MSG check was from outsource, so I don't work for
Oh,
Dolan.
okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So
Okay.
we did the backdoor route. You know what I
Wait.
mean?
Okay.
So
In other words, I'm an independent contractor.
Okay.
absolutely,
Ah! Willie Green
absolutely.
says, "What about
Noted.
Jay Wright,
Noted.
the old Villanova
Noted.
coach? He coached
That go.
He coached DiVincenzo
I don't know
and
if he
Brunson
translates to
and
the
Bridges.
them.
NBA though,
I don't
Yeah, I
think
don't
Jay
think
Wright
he
wants to
NBA
coach in the
ready.
NBA. I don't think Jay Wright wants to coach in the NBA though.
and
Nah.
I don't think
Yeah,
he
they don't.
translates to the
He don't.
NBA.
They don't need that because first of all, that would put way too much pressure on him to have to be coaching the Nova Knicks, right? That's
Yeah,
going to be way
Villanova
too.
Knicks. That's a fact.
And if they lose 3 in a row, he's getting hung right there in Times Square.
Right by the congestion
But
tolls.
Right.
I
Kenny.
got a question
He's
for
gonna
you,
get
Jay,
hung.
because you brought
My
this
little brother
scenario
Kenny
about the
Copeland was
groceries.
good.
You
Kenny.
brought the groceries up, right, Dave? So
yeah,
what good is it if you shopping for the groceries and you letting the food rot?
Ooh, you preaching? Oh,
What good is going out and
the
buying
bishops
all
is
this
preaching
meat
tonight.
I'm in the room with a whole
and
but
bunch of
and the
I'm
food and
telling
the
y'all,
food
The
is
bishops is
wait,
preaching
Dave, wait,
tonight.
nothing
wait,
but preachers up in
wait.
here.
And the
with
food,
Tibbs,
the
that's not
food
going to
been
be the
rotten.
last move. Whoever the coach is, they're going to want their own players. They want to want some other moves.
We agree
That's
with
not
that.
necessarily true.
We but hold on.
But
But
that's
even
why
if
you
that was the
promote from
case,
within. You
but
bring
Exactly.
you
but even
bring
if that's the
in
case,
Rick
right?
Brunson or Mo Cheeks.
Because
Even
Davey,
if
right now, the food is rotten. It's
even if
rotting on
that's
the
the
shelf.
case,
Still sit on the shelf.
even if that's the case, right? Even if it's
Dusty.
I gotta bring my own groceries
Little
in, right?
dusty food.
Until if you gotta bring your own groceries in, you can't go shopping at 11 o'clock at night. Right? You like inventories at a certain time. This is what I got to deal with. Let me chef up something for now. You know what I mean? Like we ramen, you could get away with ramen noodles 1 maybe 2 nights. We know what's in the fridge. I know what's in the, you got steak in the fridge. Give me a ribeye, medium well. Like what we waiting for? You
Come
understand?
on, we
So
got
if that's
tomahawks up in that
come
piece.
on. You know what I'm saying? And I believe they have pieces to make a good run, but you cannot burn out our players, man. Like I'm pleading. You can't burn out JB. You can't burn out Cat. You can't burn out like OG, but you can't burn out these guys
Mikael
because
Bridges, even though he's never missed a game, you don't want it to be under your watch that this the first time he get hurt.
And I said
Because
it
it's
before
you.
before y'all came on, Mike, Larry, and Bootsy. I said it before y'all came on. You know, at some point as a coach, I'm grateful that we have the dogs that we got that just want to play. But sometimes the coach's job is to save the player from himself.
yes. Yes, and as a former player, we don't want to be saying like, "Coach, I can play, I can play, I can play." But sometimes it's like, I hear you, but we got a big game, we got a big six game road game that I need you for. I need you locked in for that. All right, but I take a one DNP or two DNPs for that 6 game road trip. Like we need to figure that out, and that's the part that I don't know where they will figure that part out from. You understand? And I hope at some point they
I
figure that
don't
part out. Yeah, we got to figure that part out. You
I
feel what I'm
got a
saying? So
question. I got a question because I be honest with you, I think we run around in circles. At the end of the day, the truth of the matter is Tibbs is being out coached every game, even the games that we win.
Yes.
He's being out coached.
Amen.
He's
oh,
not.
y'all
What
had
do y'all
said
mean by
something.
out coach? What do y'all mean by that?
So
Meaning the
no
other
in,
coach is making adjustments and we're not.
yeah, no
Right.
in-game adjustments. And this
Yeah.
is I think y'all have
That
posted
season
something when
over.
y'all was talking. When y'all was talking, I was on the Facebook and I was commenting in. I think it was David has said, he got us to the playoffs, this, that, and the other, X, Y, and Z. And I
Yeah.
was like, is that coaching or is that great players playing basketball?
And that's
Because
the
great
latter.
players could bail a coach out.
It's the latter. It's the latter. And
No,
we've got
no,
Great
no.
players can bail out a coach. Ask Doc Rivers.
It was coaching because we didn't have Tibbs got us where he got us with half of a team.
And then
But that's
after
the
you
past, baby.
outcoach,
You want to you
That
trying
was
to
year
reward him for
one.
the
That
past.
team overachieved. We
You
agree. His
Even
first year
last
here.
year,
No, that team didn't
year,
overachieve last year.
I
That team
would,
was
I
right.
would,
we went.
I would
That
put
team was
slack
right where
on
they were
him.
supposed to be.
Randall went down.
Davey. Are you really delusional?
No. I hear
Last
Davey's
Give
point.
him his name. Give him his name,
No,
Mama. What's his
Davey.
name?
Davey.
delusional,
last
Davey.
year, Randall went down.
Delusional.
Thank you, Bishop.
Mitchell Robinson went down. Who else was hurt? We had half a team in the playoffs, and he still got us one game from the Eastern Conference Finals.
Did
Y'all
Tibbs
got
do
there
that,
with one leg.
or was
Y'all
that
barely
Jalen
got
Brunson putting the
there.
team on his back?
That
Y'all
was Jalen.
barely got
Yo,
there.
that was all Jalen, all DiVincenzo,
Yeah, but
And,
what,
and,
what
and that's why
Jalen
Jalen
wasn't
Brunson
like
became a
Jalen wasn't like
superstar.
How come
He put that
DiVincenzo ain't
team on his
averaging what he
back.
was at? What he doing
Jalen.
out there? If
Jalen
it's
wasn't like this
DiVincenzo.
before he got to New
Right,
York.
Kenny?
Before
Not in
he got
today's
with Tibbs.
NBA. You can't coach 7 to 9 players.
Say
Gotta
that
play your
again.
team.
Say that again, Bootsy.
Jalen wasn't this kind of beast before he got with Tibbs.
Thank you.
He wasn't this. He was good, but when he got to Tibbs, Tibbs took his game to another completely different level.
But can
But
you
that
say that was
that
Tibbs, or can you say the fact that he wasn't playing behind Luka Doncic anymore?
Well, it's environment, right? It's environment.
Time out.
And
Let me
I
say
agree.
something. Wait. Let me say something.
I ain't gonna let y'all kill Tibbs on my watch.
No.
Don't do it.
We know this.
Let
We
me
know
say
this.
something.
We
Because
see.
know this.
I'm not. Hold on. Let me say something. Because let's just be honest. The only reason why we went and got Jalen is because of what we saw in the prior playoffs. That's the only reason why we went and said
Where he
okay,
filled in for Luka and
agreed.
dominated.
we
I
can't
agree.
hold
I
on, y'all.
agree.
We
I
can't
agree,
get
bro.
Donovan. It
I
broke
agree with you, bro.
the Donovan thing broke down. Let's go get Jalen. None
Yes.
of us, no Knick fan in their right mind wanted Jalen Brunson as the consolation prize. Let's keep it 100.
We didn't know what we were getting. Right. We didn't know what we were getting.
But the
here's
truth,
deal.
but Leon Rose and Wild West, they saw it in the playoffs prior when they had no Luka Doncic, and your man Jalen, he was putting in that work. Let me
You
say
said
this.
Donovan Mitchell home.
I agree with you, bro. But here's the thing, right? I agree with you. They saw what he did, right? He was cooking in that playoff when Luka went down, right? They needed somebody to facilitate to get Randall and everybody in the right spots, right? Because we didn't have a facilitator at that time. They didn't know that he was going to be this player when they got him.
Who did we have prior to Jalen coming?
Langston Galloway.
Did not have no Langston Galloway, fool.
Now, who I'm trying to figure out, who
Alonzo
do we
Trier.
have?
We had
That's what we
Kimba.
had.
We had Kimba.
That I don't even think Kimber played 8 games. To be honest with you, yo, like
They didn't know Jalen was going to be this guy
that was a disaster.
because
Nah, I agree,
they
but I
wanted
also
they wanted a B. They wanted him to come in and be a B player.
I totally agree with you. Like nobody knew
Nobody
who we
knew.
was gonna have.
Nobody
However,
knew that.
I also believe that when you see what we seeing through Jalen Brunson, we also said, like you said, he didn't get that until he got the coach, right? It's like I know what you could do when you driving the 750 on a Wednesday. But do I know what you're doing when you driving the 750 every day? Oh snap, this guy know what he doing with the whip. So I just think he was given the opportunities because this was locked up. That's why we seen spurts when he was with Dallas. Like, yo, the kid really all right, B. He good. But we didn't know he was going to be this good because he didn't have the opportunity. Yes,
Right.
with some coaching, you know what I mean, with negotiation, I'll come to New York, but you got to give my dad a job. Let's not forget, like, everything was calculated, right?
Rick was
So
already
Absolutely.
there. Rick was already there.
Rick was there prior to him getting there.
Yeah.
Not
Brunson was
to get- no,
he was already assistant coach for the Knicks.
Rick was already
Rick,
there.
Yeah,
Rick,
just-
had,
Knicks
Rick
was-
had
the
already
Knicks was-
taken the
the
job.
Knicks
Rick
was-
had already
that's how
taken
they
the
They was
thought.
job.
going out there in the playoffs watching Jalen Brunson. They was in the they was going out there watching Jalen in the stands. They was out there scouting dude. They was scouting him.
But it's like
Yeah,
we
Rick,
y'all- y'all
Rick
be
took
just-
the
we all-
Rick took
we
the
be
job
just
as an
sitting
assistant
there.
before the season and before the previous season ended.
I just
So yeah,
I
Rick was
just
already on
don't-
the staff.
I don't agree. I don't agree with the fact that Tibbs took this player and made him better. I don't know if
Yeah, I
wanna
don't agree with
say
that either.
I will
Not only-
say
not only him. Look at Josh Hart. Josh Hart is almost he's never had a triple double twice in his career.
yeah, but Josh
Josh Hart was
I'm-
coming off the bench and
wait,
wasn't playing 45 minutes a game either.
Why are we forgetting that Josh Hart was a player of the year in college?
In college.
What?
Important.
No. Let's
What
not.
was he with the
let's
Lakers?
not-
Right.
Let's
In
not-
college.
Player-
This the
Player
league.
of the. Wait a minute. Wait, Bootsy. Come on. Player of the year. That's not no small feat, bro. Player of the year.
How
That's like.
many players of the years in NCAA came to the NBA, right, and fell by the wayside?
Well, I'm sure
A
we
whole
have
lot.
plenty.
A whole lot of them.
I'm sure we have plenty, but that ain't Josh Hart's case. Because
I just want to see the
wait.
I want to
because-
see the one or two players that did better when they left Tibbs.
Wait, because as you see, and I know you watching the games, you're watching them firsthand. If you leave Josh open, he hitting that shot. Josh is a shooter. Josh is a scorer. He's doing what he has to do for the team. He's a team player. So, okay, y'all want Jalen to be the number one option. Y'all want Cat to be the number two, or this day you want Cat to be the number one and Jalen to be the number two. I'm going to make sure that whatever they miss, I'm going to grab it. And I'm going to get the rebound and kick it back out to them, and we're going to get a second chance at the shot. That's what Jalen is doing. Jalen, if you
Josh.
I'm sorry, Josh, if you ask me, is one of the best Swiss Army knives the Knicks have ever had.
Oh, I agree with that. Absolutely.
Had. Because
And Tibbs unlocked that in
because-
him.
because
No, he
every
did
year
not.
he's been here,
Stop
he's
it.
gotten better, man. Look at his 3-point
wait,
percentage.
but that ain't got nothing to do with Tibbs. That has all to do with the situation. That has all to do with the need. Josh is the kind of ball player that fills in the holes. Because as soon as Cat is off, as soon as Jalen is off,
Absolutely, Pierre.
as soon as OG Anunoby is off, who's the one that if you notice during that
Listen, late in the shot clock, I want Josh Hart to have the ball.
during that 9-game
I
win
wouldn't
streak,
mind him having a rock.
I want JB with the ball.
I want JB with the ball late in the
I
game.
don't mind that.
But if
During
it's
that-
shot clock running down and I need somebody to hit a three on
During
that
that
hot potato
nine-
scramble, Josh Hart's going to make that shot every time.
during
Come on.
during the nine,
He'll get the
He's proven
rebound.
it.
hold on, y'all. During that 9-game win
You
streak,
gotta understand, bro.
during that 9-game win streak, Bootsy, I saw Josh put the team on his back 4 times
Why? Tell me why.
because the rest of them was off and he knew what to do.
No, because Tibbs is running.
One of them games, Cat was in foul trouble.
Bro, Tibbs is running right. High pick and rolls with Jalen and Cat. You got to commit on the defensive side of the ball. You got to commit to one of them, right? You got to
But-
commit,
but
and,
Josh-
that opens up the floor for everybody to be effective, man.
I completely disagree because Josh hasn't been the beneficiary off of broken down pick and rolls. Josh has been a one-man fast break. A one-man fast break.
You talking about fast break?
Josh is literally creating his own shots.
You talking about
Like
fast
81
break? Or you talking
He
about
played
half ball?
81 games last year too.
Josh Hart is durable. Absolutely.
Yeah, he played
81.
81 games,
But it's the
43% from the
scheme. It's
field
the
goal.
scheme. It's the scheme that allows him the opportunity to be able to be this new Josh Hart that we're seeing.
But here's the thing with that, Bootsy. The Knicks scheme is no different than any other team with that type of talent in the league. So can I really truly say it's Tibbs when everybody's running the exact same offense? He's not doing anything revolutionary.
Everybody don't have the exact same personnel.
This is true,
Right.
but this,
And
but it's
so
not.
here's the
But you
answer.
can't say it's the
And here's the
scheme
answer. It's
when you
not
got
the
if
Jalen
everybody's
Brunson,
running the same
when you got-
thing.
There you go.
got
It's not
Jalen
the
Brunson
system, it's the personnel.
when you got a Jalen Brunson who can knock the outside shot in, he can knock down the mid range, right? If you commit, if you bring two guys out,
Don't
he's
forget
gonna pick and roll with
Jalen's.
Cat.
Don't
Cat-
forget Jalen's footwork.
Cat could pick and pop. Cat could, roll to the basket. There's so many different options. You don't have all those options with different personnel. And so when you have all these different options, right? Defenses have to commit to something. They have to make a decision who they're gonna guard, right?
True.
And so when they make that decision, our offense is not saying, no, he's getting the ball. This is what we're doing. As you can see, every game there's a different high score for the most part, right? It varies. Anybody can have 30 on any given night,
This
right?
is true.
and that
Yeah.
and that's because, right, when they run that high pick and roll, the defense has to make a decision, and based on
And
the
I
decision
also-
they made,
But that's not. But the starting five is not the issue. What we've been talking about for the last 5
I
minutes
agree totally with that.
is
I
not
agree
the
with you.
starting five is not the problem.
I agree with you, bro. I agree
Yeah,
with
that
you.
what we've been talking about the last 5 minutes, pick and pop, personnel, Josh Hart, Cat, Brunson. We talking about the starting five, which is not the issue.
The Knicks have the highest scoring starting five in the NBA.
The starting five is not the
and
problem.
bottom three bench. I get
What
that.
you say? Say that
And when
again.
Mitchell Robinson come back, somebody getting out of this starting five.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Precious
Mitch is
Achiuwa.
coming off the bench.
Mitch is
Precious
coming off
Achiuwa.
the bench.
You're gonna
Who's
lose.
in the starting
And
five?
Achua is going to lose minutes.
Achiuwa's gonna lose minutes.
Which is another one that if he never mind.
Nah, go ahead, Larry.
Chat.
Because if you once again, rhythm sport. It's a rhythm sport. If you play these guys, Achua builds the confidence. My daughter's into gymnastics, right? But she was having a hard time with a flip. I will purposely tell her, do it again, do it again. Then when I leave the room, she's in there practicing built-in confidence. Came game time, she's like, I'm gonna try it, Daddy. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it. But that happens here. Like you gotta build the confidence.
The reps.
Achua, and then you gotta also keep in mind too, right? We're all human beings here, our emotions. We was talking about that with Kat. Don't call me when you need me. Oh, yo, now I need you to give me 15. Now, because
Now?
I'm the only option left.
Right.
Like don't do that. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
Right,
Bootsy,
you
know
got
what
no
I'm saying?
confidence in me
Bootsy.
until you have to have
Bootsy, what
confidence.
And
in me.
my
Bootsy,
now
what
my
was- what
psyche,
was
I gotta
that
get through
stat?
that.
Hold
What
on,
was
hold
that
on.
stat
Hold
you
on.
were saying, Bootsy? Because I didn't hear you. You said the top. You said the bottom three bench. What were you saying?
We
It's
talking.
scoring,
We
yeah.
talking about.
Scoring.
We talking about
Bottom
reps.
three bench.
We
Well,
talking
Yeah, he
about
said
reps.
the Knicks are a bottom three
Bootsy?
bench in scoring. Correct.
Yeah.
We talking about reps. Bootsy, Davey, Jay. How did you learn how to play in every key?
I had to
keep
keep
doing it.
practicing.
Had to keep
I'm a
doing it.
drummer.
I sat
If you
with
ask me
David.
to, I'm a drummer. If you ask me to play keys, I'm transposing. I'm letting you know right now. I'm a drummer. So,
I'm a drummer. The way all my chops came because I kept doing it.
that's
Kept
it.
doing it. I
That's
kept
it.
doing it. I just kept doing it. It's called reps.
Well, you can play organ in F sharp. You can do that F sharp.
I could play every single song there is in F sharp. And I play so good in F sharp, people don't even know I'm playing in the same key.
I'm the E flat kid. That's me. I'm E flat. I play
Bishop,
you
I
want
just
to E
found out
flat.
that you can play. I did not know you can play.
Yeah, he
Bishop.
play.
Jason
Listen, I-
McKinn's
I-
got
I
perfect
get it.
pitch.
Yeah, I
Jason
got
McKinn's
perfect.
got
Yeah.
perfect
He
pitch.
can play.
If you
Yeah, son,
sing a
nasty.
key right now, he'll tell you what key you singing
Listen,
right now.
I get it because I will play you under a table in C sharp all day long.
Right. That's it. But
Let me
even
ask you
in
this,
that one, but
Bootsy.
even in that one key, because we play it so much, we
Yeah.
rep it so much, we're confident in it, and that's what he's
Completely
saying.
confident.
You gotta be able
Yeah.
to give these guys reps. And Bootsy saying bottom three scoring, that's unacceptable. But that has to do with the coach trusting the bench.
And by the way, Davey, Jesse Moore and your father taught me my first chords in F sharp. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So let me ask y'all. So what's the solution? Is Tibbs going to play the bench? Is
He
he
ain't
going
gonna
to
play
play
the
him?
bench.
I
wanna-
have no confidence in him doing that.
I want
He's
to.
gonna be forced to play.
From what y'all telling me, because y'all Knicks fans, he is not
Hold on.
playing
I
the
want
have
to
no
talk about
confidence.
something happy
He's
because
gonna play the bench when he
He's
don't
gonna
have a
force.
choice
He's gonna
but to
be
play the
forced to
bench.
play him.
I want to talk
Yeah,
about
exactly.
something happy, y'all.
That's not good, though.
Let's talk about something happy. One of our own has a dream job at the Garden. We put him in a really tough position tonight because he got to get that check from the Garden.
Right, he got to go to work tomorrow night.
Right. You know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, he do.
He
tell
got
us
to go to
about
work
the,
tomorrow
tell
night.
us
And
tell us about
he
the
has a bird's eye view of the game every single night.
every single game.
Bird's eye view.
Tell us about the vibe. Tell us about the energy, the vibe at the Garden. How is that? That job's gotta be crazy, yo.
No, it's absolute blessing, but it's an absolute dream come true. And I'm blessed. Ray Custodi, that's the guy. That's the main guy who's been there since the early '90s. He gave me an opportunity, and I'm just forever grateful for that, man. And God keeps opening doors. You know what I'm saying? So it's just definitely a dream job to be able to bring two of my passions together: sports, the Knicks. Playing the Oregon men together at one time, man. It's dope.
Now is that a Hammond?
No, it's a Roland. It's a Roland. It's a
So
Roland.
it don't sound like our church organs.
No, it's not a Hammond. It's a Roland. It's a Roland. It has it takes some getting used to.
Ain't no Leslie in it. Now does it have foot pedals?
Foot pedals, yep.
Yeah.
I always wanted to know that. I always wanted to know if they was using a B3 or C3 up in there.
Oh, God.
just in case we did hire Mark Jackson.
Well, you can listen to it and you can tell it's not a Hammond.
No, because I've heard C3s and B3s sound like pipe organs before. It just depends on who can play.
You said just in case we hire who?
In case we hire Mark Jackson, if the B3 or the C3 is in there, we might
praise
Let
break.
Mark Jackson nowhere near
Having praise
33rd
breaks
and
in the middle of
7th.
the game.
Right doing a dunk.
Y'all know.
Ayo, 3, 4,
Allen
5.
Allen Houston's a member of CCC.
Yeah.
He might get it going. So how's the vibe? How's the vibe, Boots? Like, how's the vibe in there? Like,
Well, that building be shaking. I know that's got to be something when it gets loud in there.
Where are you actually, Bootsy? Like, where are you positioned?
I am all the way at the top, in front of the Ranger banners.
Man.
In front of the Ranger banners.
How do
That's
you
why
know?
I said he's
how
got
do
a
you know?
bird's eye view every night.
I just found this out. So, like, was playing one night and, it was like a tight game and you playing the defensive chords and I felt like the building was literally shaking. Right? Like we were and I was hanging on a bungee. And I asked, Ray, who, gave me the opportunity, I said, yo, I felt that. And he was like, "Oh,
he was like every night." He was like
every
night.
The building is designed to do that. That's how the building releases its energy.
That's tough.
Yes.
That's
That's dope.
I don't know if I can.
And that's why everyone says the Garden is a home court advantage.
It literally.
So you think back to that Philly game where Hartenstein kicks it back to
DiVincenzo's three?
Man.
I can imagine.
I've never been to the Garden.
You've never been to the Garden?
Keisha, you've never been to the Garden for
I was
game?
trying to go to see LeBron, but y'all told me I couldn't go with y'all.
Yo, yeah, we told you to go. You just couldn't wear that jersey.
You couldn't wear that jersey. To her, that means she can't go. That's what that means. It means she can't go.
I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all want to hear a crazy story, man? My dad took me to the game when Mike first came back, double nickel, at the Garden.
You were at the double nickel game?
I was at the double nickel game. I
Oh
was a
my
kid.
God!
My
You never
dad
told
took
me
me.
that. I didn't know that. You never told me that. Oh wow.
I'm a Mike fan. Now my father's going. I'm with my son. It's whatever my son. I had a Chicago Bulls jersey on. I remember like certain things of your memory of your childhood. I had the Bulls jersey. I'm
Terrell, ain't you
hyped to
supposed to be
see
doing
Mike.
something else? Bye, Terrell.
Dudes was like, hey, sir, I know that's your son, but he got the wrong
Got the
jersey
wrong
on.
jersey on.
My
Oh.
father like, hey, leave him alone. This is a birthday gift. He's doing good in school. So that's how we won them over. But you talk about Knicks fans don't play.
Oh,
You
we
don't do
know.
that.
We know.
We
You don't
That's
do
tried
us.
that.
telling Keisha that. That's what
That's
we
us.
told her. We like, listen,
That's why.
you
And
don't
this is Keisha.
understand
This is why we
33rd
told
and
you you
7th.
cannot go in that building with that jersey on.
You don't
You're
understand
not doing
33rd and
that.
7th. You do not understand.
You're not going in that
Yeah.
building with that jersey on.
Yeah.
Jay,
Nah, you
Jay,
don't want to do
she
that.
had to
It's
be
gonna
out
be crazy
there.
though on the first,
She
February
she
1st.
had to be out there after that playoff game while we was out there after that playoff game. When
And
we
We
was
was
they
outside the
crowded the
garden.
street.
Me and Butler was outside the garden at the after party.
And they try to what?
No, it's just so it was like a mob scene. If you
It's
would have walked
intense,
up in
man.
there with a Laker jersey on, you wouldn't have made it home.
They would
And
took
you
the,
saw what
no,
them
no,
you
no.
saw what them
You a
Knicks
girl, so
fans
they
did
wouldn't have beat you. But
to
you wouldn't
Michael
have took that
Jordan's
jersey.
father.
They took that jersey from you
Yeah.
and burned it in front of you.
Yeah, they wouldn't have did nothing because you're a girl, but you would have you better
You would have
believe
lost
it.
that jersey. You would have lost that jersey.
I mean,
You
yeah, let
saw
me know.
what they did to Michael Jordan's father as he kept beating
Stop.
us up.
Those were not Knick fans.
One of
Dave,
them
Say
was.
that. Davey, don't say
Dave.
that. Davey.
Davey be
building,
wilding
Dave.
me.
building be shaking, yo. We gotta
What's
go to a
wrong with
Knick
Davey,
game this
yo?
year. We definitely gotta go to a Knick game this year because just to hear Bootsy say that the building
Shakes.
shaking,
Literally
like,
shakes.
that's
Shakes.
crazy. And I
It
know you
shakes.
feeling it even more because you way up at
You
top.
up there, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
And
Just
you know what?
imagine the
Some of the
acoustics
visiting
up there. I
players
can
thrive
imagine.
off of that. That's why they be having their best games at the Garden.
Yeah.
But the
Some of
energy,
them visiting players have their best game. I
That
think Trey
garden
Young
energy is
thrive off
different.
of that.
the energy in the
Reggie Miller
building, man,
calls
the
it
history,
he says the garden has stage lighting.
yeah.
That's what Reggie Miller said. He said no other arena. He said New York. He said Madison Square Garden. Their lighting is stage lighting on that court. That's what Reggie
It's a
Miller
different
said.
it's a different type of energy in there, man. It's
Yeah.
definitely it's a different type of energy. It's
Yeah.
gonna come to a point where you're gonna be like, I gotta do this more. Like I wanna be here. I just want to do in-game arena. If they ever get me to do in-game arena hosting, it's
It's
up and it's
over.
stuck. It's over. It's over. I'm already in my bag when I go there on a regular. So,
Look how
man,
long it
that
took Spike to get those tickets. Spike. He couldn't wait to get those courtside tickets, man. Because the feeling in that place is just crazy.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's definitely a spirit in there, bro. Like, all of the great players that have come through them, played on that floor, home and away players, man, just the iconic moments in that building.
Let me ask you a question, Boots.
It's
How
feel
do you
it.
know when your cues are? Like, how do you know when you're supposed to drop, what I mean, the defense? Like, is there a call sheet? Is there a sheet that you read off?
Well, there is a script, but in terms of actually playing the organ, it's a lot of feel.
Let's feel.
A lot of feel, and it's really comparable to how it is in church.
Being in
Man.
church.
yeah.
Okay.
That's
I can
tough.
That's why.
I can
That's why.
understand that. That's why
That's
you're
why.
perfect for the job.
Yeah,
Facts.
that's why it kind of worked
That's
out, man.
tough.
Because you kind of move with the environment, the
The
atmosphere.
energy in the building.
environment.
The energy in the
Yeah.
Wow,
building. Yep.
the energy.
Wait. Let me say this right
Hallelujah.
now.
I
Let me
feel
say this
something
right
going.
now.
I feel something, but go ahead. I feel something.
If that mean if you ain't in the spirit, Bootsy, we could lose the game. You supposed to be setting the atmosphere.
Bootsy got to be in the spirit at all times.
I
You
feel
supposed to be set. You supposed to be
Set the
setting
atmosphere.
something.
You need to fast and pray before you go.
Wait
Is
a
that why
minute
we
now.
lost to Orlando the
What
other
this on
night?
me,
Wait a
Doc?
minute. Wait a minute. As a pastor,
And
I need to say this.
and I'm not
As a
I'm not
pastor,
on every game.
I'm about to say, Bootsy, was you working last night?
No, I didn't work last
You
night.
didn't
You
work
I'm about
last
to
night.
say,
That's why we
I'm not on
lost.
every game.
That's why we
I was,
lost.
I was about
Not
to
on
say,
every game.
I was about to
because he
say,
just said He
I was about
just
to say,
said,
so it ain't Tibbs' fault, huh?
Yeah,
We blaming
Davey about to
Bootsy
say
now?
that.
Wait a minute. We not
That's
blaming
what Davey
Bootsy.
about to say.
no,
We
because
we blaming Bootsy for the home losses.
Boosie just said it's similar to like when you in church.
Yeah.
It's about feel.
Yeah.
When you say feel, that's actually translated. It's about anointing.
Come on.
It's about the anointing.
Come on.
So now, if you anointed on that organ and you up there in the rafters close to God, I'm trying to figure out why you ain't. Listen to me, Bootsy.
The
Hey,
anointing
I
gotta
played the
flow
intro.
through the
I played the
cord.
I challenge you.
Every time
I
I play the
challenge you.
intro, every time I play the intro to Jesus is my help, we win.
Oh, okay. So then you need to be playing that at every game.
Yeah, what are we doing?
We need
That's
you-
a
right.
part, that's a
We
part
need
of
you-
the formula.
man.
We need
Right,
you to
that's
play
part
that.
of the formula. Absolutely.
We need
Now,
you
let
to
me
play that.
ask him this.
And also,
Let me ask him this.
Hold on, Jay. And also, the next time Jalen hit a three, hit a preacher chord.
Nah, it's gotta be. It have to be a dagger three. It can't just be a regular three. Like it gotta be a dagger.
I need you to
It gotta be a dagger.
when he hit a dagger three, I need you to hit them warfare chords.
That's funny. That's funny.
Let me ask you this, Bootsy.
It's not a Casio, Terrell. It's a Roland.
Rolling.
When you now, are you going to be playing? Are you playing the home game next week when they play Atlanta?
No, my next game is on Monday. I think it's Detroit.
Detroit.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Oh, we tell Ray you need to switch it on for Friday night. I need you there against OKC.
I don't know. I've met Ray before. I met him. I don't know if he got a Catholic background. I'm not gonna say I don't know,
Uh-oh.
but
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
But I know
I'm nervous,
this.
y'all.
We haven't won a championship. Them 90s was our time. We haven't won a championship because I believe we needed somebody with the anointing in there. Because preachers, if the right person on that organ, you take it up a level.
Yeah, we do.
The
Yeah,
right
we do.
person on this organ,
So
we
Bootsy,
take it up. We need to tell Ray that we don't need him for the playoff.
Bootsy,
No,
it's
Man,
all
That's
good.
not,
Bootsy,
that's
he's
not gonna
anointed.
happen because Ray gave him an opportunity. So we gonna be
And
loyal to
that's
Ray.
no, let me
nice.
tell you.
And
Much
God bless
respect to
you,
Ray.
Ray.
Shout out to
I'm gonna tell
Ray.
you, Ray is a dog, bro. Ray is a
Yeah,
dog.
nah, he's tough.
But
He's tough.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's a dog.
Ray is nice. Ray's
He's
nice.
nice.
Listen,
Catholic.
so here's what we
Is
need.
that buddy
I'm
Catholic?
bringing them to grace.
Listen, listen.
He's supposed to come.
When
He was
you
supposed to come.
anointed, you ain't got to play every game. When you anointed, you can leave a spirit on that organ.
There you go.
That's it. That's it.
And if you leave a
Bootsy,
spirit,
anoint the organ before you leave.
I'm gonna bring my oil. I should
Bring your
It's
oil with you.
anointing.
Bring your oil with you to the game.
That's why I'm telling y'all, we
Oil
can't
that
get rid
organ.
of Tibbs. Cannot get rid of Tibbs.
this is the year.
Bootsy
the
is not
organ.
anointing Tibbs. He's anointing the organ.
Anointing the organ. He ain't anointing Tibbs.
He ain't
He
anointing
ain't knocking
Tibbs.
Tibbs out.
I'm just gonna try to finesse my way in the locker room and leave it in somebody's
Word.
This is the year. This
Bootsy,
is
I
the
need
year.
you to do
just
something
walk
when it
past
come
on the
to
floor and
Tibbs.
rub it in Tibbs'
You got
chair.
Listen,
since we
man.
know we already know he not getting let go till while the season going on. But something got to change with
Tibbs
this
a good
man with
coach.
his rotations, brother.
They don't want to get rid of him though. Why
Tibbs
y'all
is a
think
good
they don't
coach,
want to
man.
get rid of him? Why nobody's not talking about what he's doing though?
And he's a leader of men. He's a leader of men. He's a
No.
good coach. And not only that, but look at OKC game.
Playing shouting music.
This fool Terrell gonna say, Bootsy, bring a click track with you to the next game.
Heck no. No,
Nah,
Bootsy.
Tibbs a
You
good
get
coach.
the garden bucking.
Yo, OKC, we were wearing them out for 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. For 42 minutes, the last 6
It was
minutes
an
of that game.
18-point turnaround in the fourth quarter. They was
Yeah,
up by 8
I
and
think
lost by 10.
my opinion is I think we ran out of gas, but
Yeah, I agree.
the scheme was working.
But that's what we saying. He's got to use the bench, Bootsy.
It doesn't matter how good a scheme
He
is if
got
the
to give
players are
them
tired.
players some rest.
Yeah, if the
Well,
players are tired, it doesn't matter how
we
good the
definitely
scheme
need
is.
production off the bench for sure.
Yes.
Real quick, y'all. Okay, real quick.
Yeah, real quick, because we got to go.
We gotta go. The Jets. does Rex Ryan make a comeback?
Yes.
No, I don't want him.
Really,
want
J Mac?
want
He's
him.
actually the best coach that the Jets have had in the last crop of coaches.
Absolutely.
I want him
He's
back.
Bishop, why you don't
defensive-minded.
want him?
I
What you
think he
say-
was
what
let
you
go
say, Boosie?
prematurely. I would give Rex another chance. I would.
Yep.
I would give Rex another chance.
Yep. Last time we was in the playoffs was with Rex. Last time we won a playoff game was with
We ain't got nothing.
Rex.
And he
Because
had Mark
I
Sanchez.
know
conference
he-
championship 2 years in a row with
I
Rex.
know he took
I'm
the
not a
With
Jets
Mark
fan.
They ain't got
Sanchez.
nothing to lose.
with Mark
games.
Sanchez.
I know.
Right.
I
Right,
know.
with Mark Sanchez as the quarterback.
They don't got nothing to lose. Why not?
Exact. Right,
Why
Mike.
not? Why not? Might as well.
I
Why
say
not?
my vote is for Aaron Glenn. He's off of the
He's off the
Rex Ryan
Jet.
tree.
He's off the Rex Ryan tree. True, he played
Well,
for Rex
we'll
Ryan for
bring him back. Let him be defensive coordinator. That's what he
Aaron-
was
I
out
have no
there.
problem with that.
A lot of people don't realize Aaron Glenn was Darrelle Revis before Darrelle Revis was Darrelle
Exactly.
Revis.
He
Not
was a
quite.
lockdown corner.
Not quite.
Nah,
Revis Island
Aaron Glenn was a
thing by
shutdown
himself.
corner.
Not quite.
Nah, Aaron Glenn was a
Aaron
shutdown
Glenn was
corner.
a great corner for the
He
Jets,
was a
man.
shutdown corner.
But
The
Revis was the great Tex.
real question is, do we bring Aaron Rodgers back?
No.
Ooh.
No.
Ask Butler. Ask
What-
Somebody
what-
get
what-
Sam Darnold's number. Bring him
What's your
back.
choice?
Ask
What are your
Butler that.
options? What are your options?
We
Bringing
can't
him back. Y'all
possibly.
bringing him back?
Anybody
There
but
is
him.
no way. There is no way we can bring Aaron Rodgers.
I'll take Kirk Cousins at this point.
Aaron Rodgers, this man, he had the best Jet quarterback season we had since Joe Namath.
We bringing Captain
And
Kirk
what
up
did
in
that
New York, y'all?
what did that mean when we ended up 5-12?
That's a
Captain
fact.
Kirk?
That meant our defense wasn't what we thought it was.
It
I
wasn't.
think that I honestly believe that the Jets, at the point that the last 2 seasons was our go and get it seasons, and those 2
It
seasons
didn't even make the playoffs. Like, it
Didn't
would have
make
been
the
worth
playoffs.
it if they were
Now,
at least a
granted-
playoff team.
Now, granted, the Achilles injury hurt us for 40 seconds into the first game of the season. I got that.
Oh, but they screwed up by not getting a backup quarterback last year?
Didn't get a backup quarterback, and Aaron was just not the same.
No.
And they stayed with Zach
This year.
Wilson the first year. We should have. They held on to Zach Wilson. Don't forget that.
So
They should have never
here's-
drafted Zach Wilson to begin with.
I agree.
Crazy
That was a
thing-
wasted
crazy
draft
thing
pick.
is-
I agree.
Crazy thing is, in Denver right now, the coaches can't even believe that he was drafted.
He's that bad.
He's
He's
that
terrible.
Anita Marks said that she knew some insiders in Denver, and they said they can't even believe that he was drafted, let alone drafted number 2.
Well,
Terrible.
It is the Jets.
well,
Same
he's
old
killing.
Jets.
He's killing in my Madden.
Shut
Yo.
up, Butler.
3,900 yards, 28 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. That sounds like a good year. That's on Aaron Rodgers this year.
I'm not doing this with you no more, bro.
And he
You
threw
wild-
for his
you a wild
500
boy, baby.
touchdown pass. Sunday, so
3,900
we should be
yards.
celebrating.
28 touchdowns and 11 interceptions.
Thank God I'm not a regular on here. 'Cause they
I'll
be
tell you
wild.
this. I'll tell you
The
this.
Knicks going to the finals. He using home point as a bag. I can't do this with you.
If we could get a Cam Ward or Shador Sanders to drop to number 7, I'll keep
That ain't
Aaron-
happening.
I'll
Not
keep-
happening.
I'll keep-
I don't think
I'll
Shador is
keep- I'll
dropping to
keep-
7.
I'll keep Aaron Rodgers so he can pour into the young. next
So he
few
can
years.
mentor.
But
Right.
Aaron Rodgers wants to play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
let
Aaron
him play.
Rodgers wants no
Let him
parts.
play.
He didn't
Let him-
remember he didn't help Jordan Love in Green Bay. He didn't want to do it. He didn't help Jordan Love.
But look at Jordan
Remember,
Love
he
now.
said he said
It's
that
about
wasn't
being-
his job.
It's about being around greatness. Look
There you
at
go.
look at
There
Jordan-
you go.
look at Jordan Love now.
I'm a Jet fan. I can't ever stop being one. I love the Jets. So what I'm gonna say is I think we need to come out of go and get it mode. And I think we need to start really, really rebuilding this team. And really, I think we need to have like we need to have like a Knicks moment and go get the right GM, go get the right personnel on that coaching staff, and let them really, really figure out how to put the best team together on the field. The difference between football and basketball is that it's just two different sports. Like anything can happen in a football game. One bad hit and you could be dead. Not even injured. One bad hit, you could be dead. You could die, or gurneying off the field forever. But I think that. Sorry to hear that, Butler, but I'm gonna pray for you. All right.
But and what the Jets did, they jumped the gun like they're trying to make the Knicks did. They got rid of Robert Saleh, and it wasn't his fault.
Yo, Davey, cut it out.
They
Robert
got
Saleh
they
wasn't their
smoked
coach.
and
No,
got worse.
it wasn't Saleh's fault.
It wasn't Saleh's fault.
I never
but
agreed with that firing, but that was
Especially
Aaron
mid-season.
Rodgers acting a fool.
But Saleh could
was.
have never got hired. How about that?
how about that?
On that
Saleh could
note-
have never even been hired.
On that note,
He was never
Outta
he was
here.
never a head coach. Ever.
Bye, Pastor.
hey yo, y'all have a good one. Y'all have a
Bro,
blessed
thanks
day.
for
I
coming
appreciate
on,
you
man.
having me.
Appreciate you, man. Love
No
you,
doubt.
man.
Appreciate
Keep me
ya.
posted on the next one. Every time y'all do this, you know what I mean? If I'm up and about, then I'll definitely tune in. And
Well,
chop it
we
up.
here every Tuesday at 8 o'clock.
All right, bet. I try to make it happen.
All right, bro.
All right, have a good one. Later.
too,
All
bro.
right.
Right.
It wasn't Saleh's fault. You know what I'm saying? I don't
But
know.
David, you already know. You was the same way about R.J. Barrett. You didn't want nobody to say nothing bad about
Bishop
R.J.
is calling out Davey all
And
night.
then when they got rid of R.J. Then
Dang.
you was saying
Tonight's Davey night.
I'm glad we got
It's
rid of
Davey's
him.
night tonight.
Hold
Davey
up.
never have a night.
Hold up. Let me run it
It's
down.
his night tonight.
You didn't want to get rid
Davey,
of
like, this is why I
Julius.
come late every week.
You didn't
Yeah,
want to
right.
get rid of Julius Randle. And then they got rid of Julius. We got Cat. Cat started playing well. And what did you say? Y'all can keep Julius. We don't need him no more. You're going to be the same way if they get rid of Tibbs and this team do better. You're going to do the same thing.
I mean,
Which
how
What
much?
did you say when you got Josh Hart? I told you he gonna be the heart of the city, and you laughed me to scorn.
I did. But I never ran from it, though.
That's
But how
true.
much
He
better-
didn't.
you
That's
said
I
that-
true.
never ran from it. I
Listen,
owned it. You
listen.
didn't own it. We was telling you about R.J. Barrett was a bum forever.
Bishop, you said the team do better. Like, how much better you want them to do?
Davey, for the record, I had your back on the R.J. Barrett situation.
They sitting
I
in-
had your back on the
I'm
R.J.
talking about when I say do better, I'm talking about with the rotations. The record is fine.
We still sitting at number three.
They sit at number
games out
three.
of second place.
They sit at number 3, but the point I'm talking about,
It's just, Boston.
this cannot be sustained.
That is the issue. That is the issue. I agree
This
with that.
cannot be
That-
sustained, Boosie.
Especially, we have a month in January where everybody's talking about the home cooking, and that's true. But you got to remember, yes, home cooking, but there's 17 games this month. 17 games in
Yeah.
31 days is a lot.
And
That
I
means
think
they're
you
back
only
to
have-
backs. There's only 2 road games, yes.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a lot of basketball to
We
play in
gonna
a
win
month.
14 of them.
Not if you don't play the bench, Davey. I'm telling you
Now,
that
if
right
you don't
now.
play the bench,
If you don't play the bench, you ain't winning.
we ain't
10.
gonna let you off the hook, Davey. Yo,
When
you
does
all
Deuce
that
come back?
you
When
love to
Deuce-
slip those things in there.
Come on,
We ain't
man.
gonna let you slip it in.
We
no
don't know.
more.
Deuce is day
We
to
gonna
day right
check
now.
you now.
You know,
We gonna
hamstrings are
check
tricky.
you.
Hamstrings are
Cause we
tricky.
done
So
with
Deuce
Tibbs.
is
We
day to
gonna
day.
check you. Every
Let's-
time you
let's-
slip one in, we not gonna let it slide. We gonna come right back.
Davey, I'm really shocked at you. I'm surprised.
Had we
I
not
don't know
lost
why
to
you
Orlando,
shocked, Keith.
had we
That's what
not
we
lost to
always do.
OKC in Orlando, we wouldn't be having this Tibbs conversation.
Yes, we would, because we
Did you not
always
see
got on him
Orlando?
about his rotations. We've been on him ever since he been here.
Oh yeah,
So-
Pierre, I forgot you did go to St. John's. You sure did. You were there with Rowan
Dave,
when
ever
Rowan
since
was
he's
at St.
been
John's.
here, we've been talking about the rotation.
One of the last times St. John's was really good in the NCAA.
Am I right or wrong?
How long ago was that?
That was
You
that
were.
was that was
All right.
I
like
got there when
late,
Felipe was there.
right. So
There's
that
gotta
that
be a
was that was
reason we
the
ain't
group
playing them
before
dudes,
Felipe.
but can't-
That was
They got-
because
they ain't showing them
yeah,
something.
because
Something
Pierre,
ain't
I
showing.
think
Davey.
I think
And
Pierre's got you by
everywhere.
like 2 years. So I think
Okay.
Pierre's got you by like 2 years.
But
So,
every
yeah.
every team
That was
you
the
gonna
group
tell me
before
he go
Felipe.
to, he not the bench ain't showing him? Because every team he go to, he don't play the bench.
I used to hang
So
out with
every
Felipe
team he
Lopez
go
and
to,
Marilock
he
Hall.
not showing them. Every team he go to, the bench
George,
ain't
what
showing
up,
him
bro?
nothing. Huh, Dave? I'm
Yep,
asking
yeah,
you.
Pierre, mid-90s. Yep.
They gotta show him something. If they show him something in practice, he gonna put him in.
Pierre, you there
Are
mid
you really
90s?
serious?
Yeah.
serious? This is
Davey.
not. This is
So
not
you
even
saying
my
back-
team,
wait,
Because
and
wait.
I'm
Felipe
so
got there, what,
disappointed.
95?
So back in Chicago, you gonna tell me those players didn't show him
I think
something?
Felipe
Kurt
got there like
Heinrich and them
95, so
boys
I
didn't
think
show
Pierre
him?
must have been in like 93.
If he's so
Yeah, I
bad
think it's
with
about
his
2
bench,
years.
you know, last year or the year before, we had a runner-up for 6-man of the year, I believe. That's a bench player, ain't it?
You
Tisha,
talking about quickly?
he's almost 6-man of the year, league,
That's correct, 2 years ago.
Okay, all right.
off the bench, right?
Yeah, but he was the sixth man.
Wait.
We not talking about the sixth man.
Hold on, y'all. Hold
We
on.
talking. Wait, hold on,
Wait,
brother, hold up. We
Marilock was
talking
the
about.
handout spot.
Wait,
What
hold
you
up,
mean?
guys. Hold up, y'all.
I think he meant
talking
hangout
about-
spot.
Hold up, y'all. We talking about the 9 and the 10th guys. We ain't talking about the sixth man. You keep trying to move the goalpost, Davey. I
We
told
ain't
you.
winning with
I'm
no
gonna be
9
on
and
you
10
from
guys.
now on.
All
That's
he
not
can
true,
on
Davey.
you.
Your 9 and 10 guys can win you some games.
I'm gonna be on you. I'm not gonna let you get away with this no more.
How many?
You're not doing this blasphemy.
And Davey,
on
as
here.
a Knick fan, I'm surprised you said that because how many 9 and 10 guys have come into the Garden, had career nights against us, and beat us? 9th and 10th mans off the bench. Guys, like he averages 12 points a game during the regular season, or 8 points a game during the regular season, come in the Garden and get 30. 9th person off the bench because they played.
Just look at the
gotta play
OKC
'em.
game.
I was about to say,
Wiggins.
didn't OKC do that?
Wiggins,
You know
right?
how many
Yes.
points did Wiggins bench? He
Wiggins
made
was not a
16
six
points
man.
in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
16
Wiggins
points in
is like the
fourth
8th
quarter.
man off their bench.
Wiggins was
Do
the
we-
eighth man
Do
off the
we
bench
lose
and
that
killed
game
him.
in OKC if we got Deuce McBride coming off the bench? Do we lose that game?
Who knows?
Yes.
We still lost even with Deuce coming off, giving us his 15.
Wiggins scored
Yes.
16 points.
Possibly
bench alone.
because you know what, that 15 is not good. So Deuce gives us that 15 off the bench, but who's not gonna play? Who's not gonna play? So that's gonna reduce Cam's minutes some more, or that's gonna reduce Landry Shamit's minutes some more. So it's not a give and take with Tibbs. It's not. So you lose Deuce, and all it does is it puts more of a burden on the starter rather than you just saying because you hear them say constantly, "Oh, our attitude is next man up." It's not next man up if you don't play
It's
the next
not.
man.
It's not.
It's
That's
not next man up if
such
you
a
don't play the
lie.
next man.
It's not a lie. It's a lie. It's
That
not
may
next
be the
man
player's
up.
intention, but the coaches are not. The coach is not doing that.
It's more minutes for Brunson. That's what it ends up being.
It's more minutes for Bridges. It's more minutes for Josh Hart. More minutes
We ain't
for
gonna let
Cat.
you get away with it this year, Davey. You keep trying to slip it in. We got a rebuttal for everything you come with.
All right.
That was a nice try with the quickly. That was nice.
Listen.
But he's a sixth man.
And,
We ain't
and,
talking about the sixth man. That ain't the issue. The
and even if
issue
you
is
don't like-
The issue is going 10 deep on the bench, and which Tibbs doesn't do. We ain't talking about the sixth man.
And
That
even
was
if you
a
don't
nice
like
try,
the,
though.
even if you don't like the minutes you've been getting from Jericho Sims, okay, because Jericho has his moments. Some days he looks completely engaged. Some days he looks lost. You know who hasn't looked lost in the minutes he has gotten?
Here, her
And-
Papa Trudy.
Ariel Huckporty.
Him. Yeah.
And Tibbs won't play him.
Won't play him.
And I'm like, you need another rebounding big. Cat gets into foul trouble. You know you're not getting any offense from Jericho. At least Ariel Huckporty has a post game. It's not polished yet, but I seen him try.
It can't get polished if he ain't on the court.
Right.
And why don't you think he playing? Why you don't think? Because Tibbs don't
Because
like
the
him.
coach don't trust him.
Because
doesn't
Tibbs
trust his
doesn't
bench.
I'm
trust.
not even gonna say he don't like him. He don't trust them.
He don't trust his bench no matter where he goes. He doesn't trust his bench.
David, this is his
You act like you've
career.
been watching basketball.
This is his career. This is what he's been doing
That's
since
what I'm
he's been
saying,
coaching.
Davey. You act like you've been watching this guy coach.
All right. Okay. We gotta go. So
We gotta get out of here.
we gotta go.
Butler is over.
But before we go, real quick,
WWE.
Y'all gonna change
premiere-
your tune. What? In a couple of weeks, we're gonna go on another spurt, 9, 10 in a row. You're gonna
It ain't
change
gonna-
the tune, McCann.
It's not going to change how. Hold up.
Bootsy's back in the waiting room. Adamant.
It's not going to change how I feel about him, even if they go on to 10 games. I told you I'm done with him. It's not going to change the fact of how I feel about him.
Okay.
Forgive, McCann.
Hey, I don't even know how we got back on the Knicks. Let's get off of
Is
me.
this you? My whole team is
It's
just
my
looking
hat.
mad.
That's what it is.
Yeah, because
It's
we
my hat.
gotta get ready to get out of here.
It's my
But
hat.
before we do,
WWE, y'all.
gotta talk some wrestling.
WWE. What a phenomenal
Debut on
debut
Netflix.
on Netflix.
Freaking
It was giving PLE
amazing.
vibes last night.
It
Definitely
was
giving
freaking
PLE
amazing.
vibes.
It was amazing from the start to the end.
Pierre, I did not. I wasn't into gospel choirs when I was in college.
He was only half saved in
He
college.
was sinning. he had a Jezebel.
He was only half saved when he was in
I
college.
spent most of my time in St. John's Hall. I spent most of my time in Marilock.
Right, Bishop Heflin. The Cavalier starters average 25 minutes a game, by the way, because Kenny Atkinson goes 10 deep,
And
and that team is 31-4.
And I also did a lot of classes in the downtown Manhattan campus before the World Trade piece happened.
So
What-
last night,
Yeah,
Roman
man.
Reigns becomes the only tribal chief, still the OTC, but the only tribal chief.
What?
Now, there's been some debate about it, and I really want to get J Mac's take on this particular thing because I felt it as well. The Rock being there was anticlimactic for me because it didn't further the story.
I don't know if y'all noticed this, but I believe that the last night was a reset.
What you mean?
Yeah, that's what because it was very because and honestly and that's what I felt like. I'm like it's like they pulled we all got those mothers and grandmothers that might have watched daytime soap operas. You know, whenever a daytime soap opera wanted to pull a reset with their characters, they would just act like the previous year never happened, and they would just rewrite the whole script.
And that's exactly what you got last. That's exactly what you got last night from The Rock. The Rock basically came out and told us, I was the final boss last year. I was the final boss because that's what the majority of y'all wanted. Y'all wanted Cody to finish his story. But what I wanted was to be liked. I want to be likable Rock.
He wants to be the people's champ again. He wants to be the people's champ.
I want to be the people's champ. I want to be liked by everybody. So everything that y'all saw last year, just forget about it. I'm not a heel. I'm a babyface. So everything that we saw last year, he reset it last night. There was
Forget
no
about all
mention
that.
of the final
None of that
boss.
happened.
Right. There was no
None of that
mention of the final boss. Him and Cody were lovable, chummy.
These dudes was on Instagram Live drinking tequila.
Instagram Live throwing back tequila out the bottle. It's over.
I said, "Oh, we celebrating tonight." Okay.
Now
it was
you're gonna-
definitely. I feel like it was definitely a reset with Rhea getting her belt back.
Yeah, definitely.
With Roman getting the Ulafala back.
The bloodline story might even be over.
I don't know if the bloodline story is over. I'm not sure if I'm ready to say that just yet. It looks like it could be, but with him getting the Ulafala back, it looks like they may actually create another storyline behind that. With CM Punk.
He and Seth is just beginning.
But that looks great too.
I want y'all to realize this. What was CM Punk's? What was one of his main complaints when he left WWE?
Oh, there were so many of them.
His main complaint was, His main complaint was that he wanted the main event WrestleMania. Remember that?
Yeah, he's gonna get that this year, potentially.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Last night was bigger than WrestleMania.
Bigger.
Oh,
No, last night on Netflix, the entire show was big. I don't know, bigger than WrestleMania.
I'm going to explain to you why it was bigger than WrestleMania.
The whole show?
Because the show, the moment, why it was bigger than WrestleMania. I'm going to explain to y'all why. This is the first time ever.
That's WWE Convocation, you know.
That WWE was seen all over the world at one time. They went last night. WWE was global on a Netflix, on a app, in homes that normally probably would not have gotten it on Peacock or pay-per-view. This moment last night was, and I'm telling you, when the numbers come out, y'all gonna be like blown away when the numbers come out. Last night was bigger than WrestleMania. It was bigger because of the reach.
That's a big
Because of the
statement,
reach.
Jay.
But because of the reach.
I love what they're doing with
WrestleMania
the
has
show.
never had that reach. Last night, it was worldwide at the same time. There were no replays. It was worldwide at one time. You know, you have some time zones you gotta wait for it to play in that time zone. No, it was on Netflix at that time, all over the world at that one time. That is
It's
There
huge.
were so in other words, there were no time zone restrictions. There
no.
was no.
You don't have to wait 3 hours or until your time zone got it.
No.
Raw
This
was
was
Raw. It was just Raw.
WWE took over the world last night in that time slot.
Runtime last night of 3 hours and 3 minutes, as noted. Everywhere, the Raw will no longer have a time limit. There's no time limit restriction on Monday Night Raw now. It is just
I'm
a show.
telling you,
It's a PLE
AEW
every week now. It's a PLE every week.
AEW is in the rearview mirror. It's a speck. It's officially AEW to me. I'm sorry, officially died last night as competition in regards to competition to WWE.
Oh yeah, they're not competing with WWE.
I last night I particularly loved. Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, I'm willing to go that route with you. I'm willing to go that route with you. I'm willing to. Thanks.
Hold
thanks,
on, El, before you go, Bootsy, appreciate you, man. Thanks for hanging out with
Yeah.
us.
Thank
We
you, man.
definitely got to have you back on later on in the
Yes.
season.
Yes, man.
Definitely, probably before playoff time. You know,
Thank
get
you,
ready
man.
for
Thank
that.
you guys, man. It's an awesome platform, man. I'm enjoying watching you guys, man, and being a part of it, man. So
Thank
for
you for
having
taking time out of your busy schedule and
Yeah.
get that oil on that garden organ.
Yeah,
when I come to the game, I'm gonna text you and let you know I'm in the building.
No
And,
doubt.
and hold Tibbs up in prayer.
Y'all know the words of prayer.
we gonna all pray together for Tibbs. We going into intercession for Tibbs. That we was talking about fasting earlier. I'm gonna turn my plate down for Tibbs.
Thanks, y'all.
Thanks,
Appreciate it,
Bootsy, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
on, Bootsy.
all right.
Y'all be cool.
So I'm almost
But
willing.
Butler, I'm telling you, I want you to think about it.
I'm getting ready to say that.
Yeah.
I'm almost, now that you put it that way, and now that you think about it, and think about it from a numbers perspective, because men lie, women lie, numbers don't, right? I get what you're saying. Whew. But if that's the case, then that's very big, and that leads to this next question that Gregory Heflin is asking: is they going to end up moving every show to Netflix? That's big.
Eventually they will, I believe.
Eventually, I mean, these numbers.
Bro.
But you got to remember the money that they're getting from Netflix.
Tell it, D-Lo. Tell it. Come on.
We are good. The same way you slowly but surely they started moving the PL. They started this year, last year, moving the PLEs out of the country because there's bigger money overseas, and now 2026, the Rumble is in Saudi. Wherever there's big money in streaming, and there's big money out of the country. Taking nothing away from the United States fan, but they have made this a global entity. So much so that they can be everywhere at the same time. Yo, kudos to Triple H, to Nick Khan, that whole group over there that's at TKO that's running things. Yo, they got a great business model. They've got a great business model.
And to my point about CM Punk wanted the main event WrestleMania. He got to main event Netflix. He closed the show. He went over. Come on, D'Lo. Butler.
That's
He
huge.
went over,
That's huge.
and he was the last face we saw on the screen before
And
they faded to black.
he went over. This is important, and you gonna get it immediately, J Mac.
I'm telling you.
he went over on Triple H's Chosen One.
Yes.
Because everybody knows that when Triple H took over creative, he had anointed Seth Rollins as the next dude.
He made him the first world champion.
Yep.
For that belt.
So CM Punk went over on Triple H's boy. That's
And
huge.
you know why? Because CM Punk is the most, other than Roman Reigns, they chant CM Punk's name when he ain't even out there.
They chanted his name for 10 years while he was in another company.
For 7 years, he wasn't even wrestling, and they was chanting his name every show.
And that GTS is a move. That GTS.
That go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
That go to
I
sleep.
love the
is one of
name.
the
I love the
dopest
name.
moves,
Go to
yo.
sleep.
I particularly enjoyed The Rock's appearance. I enjoyed The Undertaker's appearance.
I know where you're going.
I didn't want American
I know where you're
Badass.
going.
I wanted, especially with Rhea. I
know where you're going,
because
Butler.
when you
I
said
see
it in
you.
the chat, L, when his music hit, I said this nigga hit it.
I hit it. I hit it on the nail.
You did. That was the torch passing, not only to another wrestler of that caliber, but a woman.
A woman. I was like, that is the female version of the Undertaker, and I had no idea that he was getting ready to come out.
He was
And
coming
when I
out to
heard
pass the
that
torch.
bell, I said,
Yeah, when that bell hit, I was like, but that's why I thought it was gonna be the dark Undertaker, because I was like, this is the perfect spot to pass the torch.
Nah,
right here.
he said he's retired that.
He's not gonna. He's
never gonna do that. But also, I feel like it's because those double hip replacements. He can't walk out there anymore.
No. He can't work that. Now, here's the thing. I enjoyed those appearances.
I know where you're going.
But yellow and red.
I know
When it comes crashing
I know where
down
you're
and it
going.
hurts inside.
What the hell happened, y'all? Yo, first of all,
So many things. There's just
First of
so
all-
many things.
first of all,
It was a bad storm. That's all.
First of
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
first
Yeah.
of all, okay. So the crowd,
That was a Urakadon.
when the crowd heard the
A
music.
perfect storm
When the crowd heard the music, it was pandemonium
for like 2 seconds,
for like 2 seconds.
and then he came out there.
Then he came out there, and it went downhill from there.
It really did.
And they
then he
started
spoke.
booing. He
It
didn't know
really
how.
did.
No, it was almost like he no longer knew how to work the microphone. Like he
Well, it's hard
lost.
to work the microphone when 17,000 people are booing you.
Booing you, and that wasn't the intention.
Right, he's supposed to be the face.
Right, he was supposed to be a face in that moment. Like if you a heel getting that, yeah, you could work the mic because this is the reaction you want. He
And
was
then-
he was looking for nostalgic
He wasn't Hollywood
80s Hulk
Hogan.
Hogan. Right,
Right,
he
he
should have
wasn't
came out in the
Hollywood
black and
Hogan.
white. He'd have been
Right.
better off coming out in the black and white.
And then, to make matters worse, they made him rip the shirt.
It screamed reminiscent of the Republican National Convention.
That rip of that shirt just now, that was the weakest shirt rip I ever seen from Hulk Hogan in my
He's 70
life.
He is 70 plus,
How
L.
about he over 70 years old? And
Then
you
don't
know,
rip the shirt.
listen,
Just
that
don't
was,
rip it. First
that
of all,
was-
the 24-inch pythons are gone. They're like 8 inches now.
That was a grasp
And you're
at
being kind.
that was a grasp at nostalgia, and it wasn't there.
It did
Let me
not.
tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all all the makers of a storm. Hogan,
Right.
his racist past,
Mm-hmm.
his political views.
Mm-hmm.
They're in California,
Kamala Harris country.
Kamala Harris country, and
They love her in
wrestling
Cali. Regardless of what they may think of her in other parts of the country, they love her in California.
Cali. That is her state, and regardless You can't apologize publicly for something that you got caught doing in private. He tried to apologize for being a racist, but he didn't even know he was being recorded. It was like Donald Sterling.
Right, you did like that wasn't that was who you are. We got that wasn't a mistake. That was a glimpse into your real true character.
And you're not gonna he's never going to escape that. So I think Triple H after last night learned, yeah, we'll just put him on vignettes. We won't put him in front of a
Yeah,
live
yeah,
microphone.
yeah. Don't put him in front of a live audience.
Yeah,
It doesn't
because
translate.
last night was pitiful. It was pitiful.
Awesomely bad. Awesomely bad. That was the worst part of the show.
It really was.
That was
And
the
y'all
worst part.
realize I think it was we only had 4 matches last night.
Yeah, it was a PLE.
We only had 4 matches. 3 hours, 4 matches.
But
all
they
we
were
had.
all lengthy matches. They gave us a PLE level show last night, which I definitely respect.
And to my point with CM Punk about that being the biggest night, if he doesn't get a main event, they can always point to and say, listen, this is the first night of Netflix. They're gonna be talking about this forever.
Forever.
You close the show.
You main
You were
evented
the main event. You and Seth.
you main evented our foray into full time streaming, which
With
is
like
huge.
3 GTSs.
Yo, them GTA and Seth did 2 GTSs last night.
Facts.
Yo, it was
Seth did them.
great match last night.
How
Great,
did y'all
great
enjoy?
match.
Did y'all enjoy that Rhea Ripley match though? That Rhea
Yeah.
Ripley match was.
Listen,
Oh, it was good.
the women of the WWE now, and I mean, taking nothing away from what they were even 5
In
years
the
ago.
bra and panty era.
Oh, that was terrible. But once we got into the women's evolution movement about 5-6 years ago, you have slowly but surely seen the quality of superstar ramp up. That they're not only good looking with great bodies, but these chicks can wrestle.
They can wrestle, yo.
These women
And
are
Rhea-
phenomenal
and
athletes.
they're
Rhea
strong
was-
as I don't know what.
Huh?
Listen,
They're
Bianca
strong
Belair,
and
I-
athletic.
I'll be looking at Montez Ford like, does she body slam like you? Body slam you like that at home? Because you picking up dewdrop. If I'm
Yo.
Montez Ford, I wouldn't. Wash the
When-
dishes, Montez. Whatever you want, hon. I
When
got
Rhea,
it.
listen to me. When Rhea put her finishing move on Dominic,
Oh yeah, yeah. Riptide. Was she Riptide Dominic?
when she riptied him, I was like, "Oh, I love this right here." I was in my office screaming
Yeah, that Riptide on Dominic was.
when she got the
was
belt
amazing.
back because she got a belt she never lost.
True.
Yeah, and that's why I said last night was a reset.
It was
Right,
definitely
yeah,
a
and
reset.
that was the proof of it. And I like the fact what Triple H did by not putting the final of the Women's Intercontinental Championship on this show, but saving it for next week because it would have gotten overshadowed with last night's show. So that
Exactly.
was smart. So you're gonna give it its own night next
Yeah.
week. So that makes
Yeah.
sense.
And listen, the Rock is gonna if the Rock doesn't face Roman,
I'm
and I'ma
interested to see
tell
what
you-
he did on NXT tonight.
Yeah, I got to see that too. If The Rock doesn't face Roman, I'm gonna be honest. People thinking that he's not going to do it. If he doesn't face Roman this year, it's now or never. Nobody's going to have interest in this next year.
I don't think it
No.
matters at this point. I
I
think
don't
the
think- I
way
don't-
the
I don't
the way
think
the
Rock. I don't foresee the Rock wrestling anymore.
He probably won't. But if he does, it's going to be Roman.
It will definitely be Roman. It'll probably be Roman, and that might actually be the culmination of the bloodline story.
Remember, he
Infinity.
just got made High Chief.
Rock just got made High Chief.
Yes.
High
They,
Chief
they
Sweetie.
announced it last night.
Yep, High Chief Sweetie.
Yeah. So now you're going to have the High Chief versus the Tribal Chief. That's why it's too much money to be made there.
There's a lot of, the thing with that though is, and I agree with you, and that's why I thought they would further the storyline because he was made High Chief, because it's now it's the final boss for real.
But remember, he gave Cody that gold, whatever he put in Cody's hand. We never found out what that was. Now I don't know if we'll ever find out because him and Cody were all chummy. Cody's talking about his beard and not shaving, and I mean
Yeah,
I don't know.
a lot of unanswered questions that who
That Rock
knows.
piece made it convoluted. I understand you liked it, but him coming out there and doing what he did and not furthering the story and kind of like giving out shout outs. He
Yeah,
was more of an ambassador last night.
he was more of an ambassador last night. I think most of us were looking for Rock on this show to come and further the storyline.
So could it be smokescreen?
It could
It's
be.
possible. It's possible.
It could be.
In the Triple H era. I don't put nothing past nobody.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you know,
could
here's-
very well be.
because
Bloodline-
Triple H is always about the long story tell.
I'm gonna tell you why I think the bloodline story is over. Like over as we know it. It may evolve into something else. But I think the bloodline, that Ula Fowler was like the
That was the
main
point.
centerpiece.
Yeah, that was the point.
So
what
now
happens-
it's like,
so-
where do you go? You're gonna have Solo fight the werewolf.
I was about to say, does Jacob now turn on Solo?
It does, but and is that gonna give you juice? Is that gonna really give us juice now that he's lost to Roman? I mean,
Pierre asked a very good question, and I have thoughts on it. How do you gentlemen feel about the New Day and where they're going? That storyline is going.
I feel like that storyline is lost.
You know, I don't. I feel like it's a slow build because they were faces for 10 years. So you can't just snap, I'm a heel tomorrow.
Okay.
yeah, you gotta let them cook a little.
You gotta let them cook into becoming full-fledged heels.
And they're doing pretty good so far.
I like what I'm
Slowly.
seeing so far. I like what I'm
Because
seeing.
Rey Mysterio is in the mix. He's pushing it as the locker room leader, which he is. So he's in there being the spokesperson for the locker room, and it's a slow build.
Yep.
We're going to get Xavier Woods versus Rey Mysterio at some point.
I mean, I even like the fact that leading up to it, they teased a split between Xavier and Kofi, only for them
Right.
to they united
both
against
turn
Big
on-
E,
on Big
which
E.
we didn't see that coming.
Nobody saw that.
We didn't see that coming. So
I think we're going to get, this is just my opinion, I think we're going to get Roman Reigns versus CM Punk at Mania.
do we want that though?
I'm going to tell you why. Remember,
Oh yeah,
Punk's-
the favor that is owed.
the favor.
The favor that is owed.
The
What is
favor
that?
that is owed.
What is that favor? We're gonna find out.
And I think the favor is get me a match with Roman.
Or a main event at WrestleMania. So I could see Roman potentially, because from what I understand, I know Netflix has pretty much demanded that they have Roman on Raw.
And that's why I think he's going after Gunther.
So he's gonna have
Not
he's gonna
Cody.
probably go after Gunther.
And
then
you're going to get John Cena and Cody at Mania.
yeah, I think you're gonna get Roman Punk on night one because CM Punk, he's like, my favor is I want my title shot at Mania. That'll give him that space to be able to say he main evented WrestleMania.
And
I'm
the
sure he
favor
doesn't
is-
go over.
I'm facing your boy Roman, but you're going to be in my corner.
That could be good too. That could be really good too. And then you got
Oh,
Cody.
yeah.
And then you got Cody in the other match on night two.
You have Cody versus Cena.
Cody versus Cena in night two. So
17-time world championship on the line for Cena.
I think that this is going to be the year of Cena. So, you know, a lot of storytelling is going to be centering around Cena for the entire year
Now,
because this
Butler,
is his
that
farewell.
That all depends on Rocky. If Rocky's ambassador, those are the main events you're going to get.
Big
If
E hasn't
Rocky
been
is-
cleared yet, Pierre, and chances are he's never going to be cleared.
Who's that?
He asked about Big E returning to in-ring performance.
No.
Big E's not going to be cleared. And the crazy thing is that they roasted him with that when they turned on him. And they're like, you're never going to be cleared.
He's not. He's not. It's too risky. He could be paralyzed at any moment.
Yep. Look, he's got his job as the host of the Raw post show now. So, and he's working PLEs as a commentator. So let him continue to do that.
Yeah.
Take no bumps. People still like him. It works good. It definitely works
WWE
good.
is printing their. Listen, they can put their own faces on their money. They printing so much money now.
Yep. So great show tonight, gentlemen. as always, fantastic show tonight.
Incredible show tonight.
Again, I want to thank Pastor Mike Larry Agee for joining us. I want to thank William Bootsy Jones for joining us. Listen, y'all never know with the Church Guys Sports Show. We got some inside information about Jalen Brunson and others tonight. Listen, this is why you need to subscribe to the podcast, because you just never know what we're gonna have and who we're gonna have. So listen, like, share, tag. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Click that bell notification. Subscribe to us on YouTube. To our followers who are watching on TikTok, continue to drive up the engagement on that page. We're live on TikTok for the second week. Welcome again, TikTok. I didn't get a chance to welcome y'all earlier. And look, y'all got exclusives tonight on y'all second night with us. So listen, continue to push out our content. Let's get it in front of as many people as possible, because Church Guys love sports too. Davey left us, but Church Guys love sports too. So shout out to all of you, Bishop Greg Heflin, Pastor Pierre Malin. I saw Overseer Noah Bullard in the comments. I saw so many others, so many of you. Elder Kenny Copeland. Who else? Just so many of y'all who are in the comments tonight.
There were so many people that was on my live as well. Like I don't know how it goes live independently of our
it just won't show. It just won't show your comments here for some reason. I don't know why that is.
Yeah,
it won't show the comments you're getting here.
I'm a shout out. Let me see, because there was people commenting. Overseer Hendrickson commented tonight. He said, "What's up?" There was a few more. Let me tell you. Hold on. Tim Clinton.
Clinton, what up, bro?
Pastor Larry Camp enjoyed the show. Samuel Jennings enjoyed the show tonight. Derek Country Keys Jackson. Those are the people that enjoyed the show on my end on tonight. Thank you guys for watching.
We appreciate y'all. Again, continue to like, share, tag, and comment. We're back next Tuesday, 8 p.m. We're here. Hopefully, we'll be celebrating 3 Knick wins over the next couple of days. I'm not even going to get back on that topic because we'll be there for another hour. But we appreciate y'all. Looking forward to see y'all next Tuesday. Again, you never know who we'll have on here. Until then, we'll see you. Have a great night, everyone. Church Guys love sports too. We out.
Yo, this is the state of emergency. Check. I need all my Knick fans right now to grab your jerseys, your popcorn, your sodas, whatever you gotta do to get ready for this game. I don't care if you're a cheerleader, an athlete, a couch potato. We're here to restore the feeling. Matter of fact, can you say it from New York what I say from New York? Hey, yo, let's go now. Hey, yo, I bring that New York energy. Talking 42nd Street, alley hoop finger roll. Ain't nobody checking me. Crossover through the legs, step back, hit it 3. Still up in the hood, but got big baller tendencies. She just trying to get flued out to John Kennedy, just to see the Knicks play, make a couple memories. New York, if you ain't from here, don't pretend to be. And if you ain't rocking with the Knicks, you an enemy. Yeah, look at us, whole city is wild. This is New York, why y'all ever counted us out? Any game we attend, yeah, we taking it now. Fast break on the court, all up and down. Lead a garden in the pigsty, yeah, we get it on this side. Bacon, egg, and cheese, or the lobster mac with the ribeye. Either way, we winning the overtime if we get tired. Get it with the team, yeah, that's just something we live by. Hey, yo,